Alrighty. Hopefully, changing my mic worked. Changed my microphone to the webcam that I have, which actually has an onboard mic. So I'm hoping that it doesn't sound crappy this time. I'm hoping I'm loud enough, and we are good for volume. If there's anyone in chat, feel free to pipe in. Let me know how that's going. Let's see what we got here. All right. So this week we have Standard Replenish for this Thursday. I streamed this once before on my first stream a couple Sundays ago, and didn't go great. Went 1-4. Had some weird matchups. Played against Soldier Stompy. Played against what else did we play against? Blood Moon Stompy, I think. I don't really remember. It was weird though. Played against Tezzerator. Yeah, this is a strange meta, but we made it through. So here we are again, trying it out again. Made a few changes to the deck list. If you haven't watched the previous stream on this deck, there is now a Enlightened Tutor added to the main board. I went up to a 4th Swords to Plowshares. I dropped a Moat from the main board. I dropped the Jace Friend's Prodigy. He was okay overall, but overall I was actually less than impressed with him. He obviously helped with the mill plan a little bit if we go on that plan, but it really wasn't great. Went for a second Replenish over the Starfield Nyx. Naturally, it's just a lot easier to resolve something like a 4-mana Replenish and have mana up rather than tap out on 5 mana for a Starfield. We have a Council's Judgment main board now. I found a lot of the matches that I struggled with had a lot of Planeswalkers, so we're hedging a little bit against that. Like Check Pile is a big deck right now, and they've been running like a Liliana the Last Hope. They run their Jaces and whatnot, so Council's Judgment kind of helps us, get there. I have a 3rd counterspell in place of the Spell Snare. Overall, I like the Spell Snare a lot. It helps against Thalias, it helps against Stoneforge Mystic, things of that nature. I decided to go to a just hard counterspell just because it also helps against everything else. A little slower, but naturally, we're a slow deck, so we're trying to draw out the game anyway. Counterspell tends to be pretty relevant there. Let's see here. I think that's about all the changes to the main board. Yeah, that's everything for the main board. For the sideboard, I dropped a Porphyry Nodes, added the 2nd main board moat to the sideboard, so we still have access to 2 moats. We added a 4th Leyline Sanctuary. I noticed that I got a little torn apart with like discard. I don't know if we played Burn or not. I think we might have played Burn, and I think I lost. So I added a 4th Leyline for that as well. Leyline helps against a lot of discard, helps against Burn, things of that nature. It can also help against Planeswalker Ultimates and Planeswalker abilities, which generally isn't going to be the case of what we have it for, but it's definitely worth noting if we play against something that's heavy in Planeswalkers. Dropping down to the 1 Porphyry Nodes. Porphyry Nodes overall has been very good. Having the Enlightened Tutor main board is going to help us find it regardless. So I decided to drop 1 Porphyry Nodes. We still have the single Seal Cleansing, single Aura of Silence, and we have the 2nd Council Judgment, the 75 on the sideboard. Should hopefully work out okay and get us there. So without further ado, with a very brief intro this week, I am going to start this league. And hopefully it turns out better than last time. Alright. We found a match right off the bat. Usually it takes a little longer. As per usual, throughout the stream, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll happily answer and talk about the deck a little bit. We won a die roll, which is pretty weird because the last couple of times I've streamed, I've lost either all the die rolls or most of them. This hand's really bad. 1 land is not great, even with that, especially without a brainstorm or any effect like that. Double Force is nice, but we're pretty slow on this hand. Summon them all again. That's too many lands. All right, first round, and we're already kind of mulling into Oblivion. Like, we can cast this Council Judgment, we can Wasteland an early turn, but I don't think that's going to be good enough. And it's closer. It's not great, but we're just going to have to keep this. Land we do not want, so it's going to go on the bottom. It's going to lead on Flight of Strain and pass. Hold up Counterspell for turn 2, hopefully. If we have to, end of turn 1, we can Swords Plowshare or something. Okay. Opponents leading off to the Delta Underground Sea. Probably looking at check pile. Yep, check pile with the slot C's most likely. There is an off chance it's some type of storm deck or whatnot, but usually they run Trouble Therapy and Duress, so we're probably looking at check pile here. They generally run the Thoughtseize main board, which makes our mold of 5 that much worse. So we drew Force of Will, which is basically nothing. So we're just going to go ahead and pass turn. We will crack these on their end step. Okay, they have a Baleful Strix. We don't particularly care about Baleful Strix at all. Tundra. They generally don't run Wasteland, so we're going to fetch out a couple Tundras here. There's not really much sense in playing it too safe. It's possible like one Tundra, one Island might have been fine, but I think we're okay with just doing this. Celestial Colony coming to play tap means we're definitely going to play that right now. Baleful Strix, we're going to take one, which is fine. Here. Let's see this cool brew. Hey, how's it going, Allie? It's been a long time. How you been? Thanks for stopping in the stream. Leopold, we cannot counter, so we're going to have to just Swords that. Hey, turn on Thoughtseize. How's it going, Aaron? It's cool that you're late. I don't mind. We're going to try and Swords this Leopold. Hopefully they don't have counter magic. They know about the Swords Plowshare, so there's a chance they jammed it into the Swords having the counter. Yeah, so they have the Force. Fortunately, we don't have the ability to force back. Well, that would have been nice. So we basically just drew them a card. Leopold's a punk. Snapcaster Mage. I have a picture it's going to hit Thoughtseize, which means we're going to lose our Force here, which really sucks for us. I'm doing okay. Getting pummeled a little bit. Pretty bad mulligan. Got Thoughtseize turn 1, so yeah, we're in trouble. I can always top deck a Supreme Verdict, so there is that, but we'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, another land. Well, they forced pitching a card, so I'm not going to give them full credit for having a, for drawing a card off that. Instead of being like a 2-for-1 trade, it was a 1-for-1 trade, basically. Alright. We're getting beat down pretty hard here. It's 6 damage. We're going to go 7. Not great. The Swords is not much better. I have to assume they probably have like a Fatal Push in hand. We're just going to try and plow this Leopold. Hopefully plow resolves. If it doesn't resolve, we're just going to scoop here because we're just dead. Yeah, okay, we got him. So what is this deck? An Extreme Prison deck? So this deck is basically blue-white standstill. It's got a little more of an enchantment focus. So I've got like Porphyry Nodes in here. I've got a moat. I've got 2 Replenish, so you can replenish back like several standstills. Because what's better than having 1 standstill and playing have 2 or anywhere between 2 and 4. We drew another land, so as such, the usual variance we face. A lot of lands drawn, and getting Thoughtseize twice on a mold of 5 was very unfortunate. I'm going to try and animate this colony to block something. If we don't get the block off, then we're just dead. If they have Bolt, we're just probably dead anyway, but we're going to try it. See if we can dig something out. Tap 5, make this a creature. Hope they don't have Fatal Push. Why is this not letting me block? Okay. Is it not letting me block because Celestial Colony wasn't a creature before I played blockers? Like, is this serious right now? I'm just not good with MTGO, clearly. I need to work on some of my MTGO mechanics quite a bit. So against this deck where they have like Thoughtseize, Liliana's, Jace, all that, kind of tempted to bring in the Leyline of Sanctity. Just not sure it'll be that relevant. Porphyry Nodes is a great way to answer Leovold and all their creatures, mostly because it doesn't target, you choose the creature. So bringing an extra Porphyry Nodes there. Fluster Storms are great for fighting counter wars. They have him and whatnot, so I'm going to trim a force, but I'm not going to trim them all. Mostly because if I'm going to get him, I'd rather choose the cards that I'm going to have to get rid of. We keep the mode in for sure, and we definitely bring in the second, because that basically just limits them to just Baleful Strikes and maybe a click that can... Yeah. Maybe a click that can block. Yeah, the whole activating during blocking is a little bit ridiculous. It's kind of unfortunate, but it happens. So I need to trim 6 cards, so I think I might have to just lose all the forces. So we're going to do that. Flusterstorm might be a little bit much. I'm going to trim a Swords of Plowshares because we have double Porphyry nodes that can tear apart the board a little bit. I think I'm actually mostly okay with what this is. I'm going to trim a land, which is actually where I almost ended up. We're going to try to run this back with 61 cards. Fluster. I didn't get the notification. Oh, sorry, I didn't get the notification, Damashu. I'm not sure why that is. It's probably just my mechanical prowess and whatnot, you know. Missing all my blocks and stuff. So I really like this hand. I'm going to try it. Not much early, but I can, like, you know, first turn a Light and Tutor for Porphyry Nodes if we need to, and then we can jam a Standstill. You saying trim out the Fluster Storm or keep it in? I mostly trimmed the forces and kept in Fluster Storm to fight them on the stack a little bit, because they have a lot of spells that it's relevant against. Abrupt Decay that they might run and doesn't really have targets, so I'm assuming they trimmed some number of those, so we don't have to worry about the countering things and whatnot. I'm just going to fetch here and now. Just get a Tundra. I hope this isn't the check pile list that runs Wasteland. Out, but land was fine too. Yeah, trimming the land just seemed fine. Like, this is going to be a slow, long matchup, so I didn't really think it was going to be necessary particularly. Let's see. They played Scalding Card past. I don't know if that means they have a Force of Will and they're waiting for us to cast a spell. So we're going to play this Colonnade. I'm going to try and E-Tutor end of turn and see if they counter that. If they counter that, we should be able to just safely jam a Standstill and call it a day. This E-Tutor eventually could just become a moat too, so that's worth noting. Right, so they're playing very carefully. I don't know exactly what they're doing. And we just keep drawing lands like usual. Oh man. Some brutal stuff here. We're gonna go greedy again. Like I said, I don't think that they're gonna have the. I don't think they're gonna have wastelands in this version. Most of them don't particularly run wastelands, so we'll try to jam the Standstill. We can threaten the Spell Pierce by holding this land up and whatnot. Hoping they're not just getting a Snapcaster Mage in play, because that would make this really awkward. Like, we do have the Colonnade that can block Snapcaster eventually, so that's actually not bad. Yeah, they're gonna Red Elemental Blast that. Yeah, I figured they'd have something for us. I am going to try to end a turn to Light and Tutor. Hopefully that digs out a counterspell now that they know we have like Standstills and other enchantments. Hopefully that'll dig out a counterspell from their hand so we can resolve this next Standstill. If it does resolve, we're just going to have Porphyry Nodes. Especially if they got a creature in play, we're going to try and get Porphyry Nodes in play before we resolve a Standstill. So yeah, here's where we're going to try and get Light and Tutor. Okay. Alright, so we're going to play that first. We got this Porphyry Nodes in play. We're going to get the Standstill in play, hopefully. Hope that they don't just have counter magic for the Porphyry Nodes, because then we can't jam a Standstill and we're stuck on just 2 land at that point. That would make it pretty awkward. Draws so far haven't lined up fairly well with ours. Haven't Thoughtseize we milled a 5 and have like a couple non-lands in hand and then all that, you know. It's been kind of rough. Missing that block because I waited until blockers to animate my Celestial Colonnade. That was a little awkward, so it happens. Not too worried. Yeah, he has a Force now. They have the Force to the Standstill, which is probably correct. Okay. They still have this Death Right to cast a Jason. They have Jason hands, so we might actually end up being in a little bit of trouble. I will note that these 3 non-land cards that are in my graveyard currently are all the same non-land cards that we started in our opening hand. So we're now turn 5. We've drawn 4 times and we've only hit non-land cards. Okay, Brainstorm helps a little bit. I like this one. Oh, Anthony Ofino, you would love this pile. If you remember our fun matches against Bug still, this is fairly similar, just a blue-white variant of it. So I think you would really appreciate this. It's pretty much Startle deck more than Miracles was. All right, so I got Pierce and Counterspell, so I'm feeling pretty good now. You can pretty much counter anything they play here. Like if they try to jam a Jace here, we just Pierce it. If they try to counter back, we just counter that. Yeah, him's not going to resolve. Nope, we don't want Counterspell. We want Spell Pierce. We're definitely not letting this him resolve. Oh, Anthony Orfino, I know you were a blue-white player. We had some very, very fun games in the past. So they're stuck on. They have 1 mana up. If it's a bolt, it can't kill my Celestial Colonnade, so we're fine there. I think we're just going to animate and punch. We won't have access to Counterspell next turn for their turn, but I'm actually kind of okay with that. If they do just play a 4th land and jam a Jace, like our Colonnade can like just pretty much get the Jace, so I'm not too worried about that. We're going to go ahead and get some damage through so we don't miss an opportunity. As we've seen with my ability to block and whatnot, I'm not exactly great with not passing through combat, so we want to get as many combat steps in as possible. Like I said, they jam a Jace here, our Colonnade can just answer it, so we're actually fine with that. Looks like they probably casting a Leovold. Yeah, here comes Leovold, which is a little obnoxious, but if I remember correctly, we have another land on top after that Brainstorm. We haven't got the chance to shuffle, so... the other land also means we can like animate Colonnade, go to attack. If they try to kill the Colonnade, we can just counterspell it. They are tapped out though. We're ahead pretty far in life as well, so we're actually okay if they want to try to race us on this clock. So we're gonna do that. Their death rate's not gonna be enough to beat us or save them. Alrighty. So I'd love to top deck Replenish here, because getting back a Porphyry Nodes and double standstill would just be gravy. It'd be like turkey, some gravy, some mashed potatoes on the side, you know. I don't know what kind of veggies you people like. Maybe like I don't know. I like green beans personally. Asparagus grilled ain't bad. I like it with like some olive oil, a little bit of thyme, some salt, some garlic, you know, that's pretty good. Yeah, if we can get a Replenish here, that would just be, like, sweet. I would not complain about that any way, shape, or form. Oh yeah, block. We're going to block with our no creatures. See, it allows me to get the chance to block there, even though I don't have any access to creatures. Hey, look at that! I can't jam this card quick enough. Replenish is sweet. So there you go. Replenish. We have Counterspell backup. If this resolves, we get double standstill Porphyry Nodes. Porphyry Nodes tears apart their board. Double standstill, well, draws us lots of cards if they try to cast something. Yeah, being more patient with fetch lands is definitely correct. Considering how many lands I drew, it's not like I really had to fetch. I was actually hoping fetching would reduce the amount of lands I drew, but such is my luck. I could be on like 14 lands and draw like 12. Standstill won't draw cards. Oh yes, because of Leovold. That's very true. So they'd have to cast a spell on their turn. That's very fair. I still want the Porphyry Nodes back, so there is that. How's it going, Lawrence, by the way? Thanks for the reminder. Leovold's annoying. Kind of want to counter that Brainstorm, but I'd rather save my Counterspell for something more relevant. I think Counterspell is much better hitting something like a Jace. I don't know, something along those lines. Alright, so Brainstorm resolves. They have a response to Replenish. Okay, so Replenish resolves. So we'll see if they just crack my standstill since I can't draw cards. If they crack it on their turn, like, I at least get to draw a card off it. They likely only have Force of Will, so I'd just rather counter that. Yeah, that's probably fair. Alright, so we're getting punched by Leovold, which is fine. We're not going to have any real answer to do it to that with the board state as is. Alright, so this time we're going to kill that death ray. I'm going to yield to the triggers on that. What are they eating? Eating a spell pierce out of my graveyard? That's fine. They probably have push in hand. So that's definitely possible. So I'm just going to pass the turn. Yeah, if they have push in hand, they're going to use it on their turn. I can animate my Colonnade. We'll at least draw a card off the standstills. We'll still get to kill Leovold next turn with Porphyry Nodes, so... They should probably just be breaking the still on my turn, but I'm not sure why they're not doing that. Alright. So we're going to offer the trade. They're going to, yeah. Well, this is green. I don't know what they're doing, though. Alright, so they're going to snap. They have Red Elemental Blast in their graveyard, which I'm assuming is what they're going to end up bringing back to kill the Celestial Colonnade. I have to assume that at least. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see what they're targeting. I have to assume it's going to be Celestial Colonnade to answer the Red Elemental Blast to kill the Celestial Colonnade, but we'll see what they do. Okay. It's possible I could have just countered the Snapcaster range, though. That might have been correct. So I'm going to float away. I'm actually going to just go ahead and Swords this Leovold. Let them draw a card. We get the Leovold up table. We're pretty happy with that. Yeah, so that went away. We're still going to lose our Colonnade. The Snapcaster is going to die to our Porphyry Nodes. Porphyry Nodes will go away. We'll get to just resolve a Jace here, and hopefully just take over the game from here. Although them having Red Elemental Blast does create some issues for us. Jace is fairly easily answerable for 1 mana that way. I wouldn't animate this for no reason. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Yeah, I guess animating just gets rid of Celestial Colony, which is the only pressure I have on board. Alright, I don't know what my opponent's exactly doing right now. Okay. So that happened, finally. So we're just going to try and resolve a Jace here. I guess I think I'll just snap back him. Yeah, they could have snapped back him. That would have been pretty miserable. So my opponent has 5 cards in hand. I don't think now is the time to Fate Seal. I think now is the time to just keep brainstorming. Try and build up a hand. So we can keep a Porphyry Nodes back. I'm going to put the Porphyry Nodes Flood Strand back. I'd like to end up using the Flood Strand at post Brainstorm so we can fix our hand up a little bit. They didn't just break the standstill, so there's a chance they wouldn't have broken it. Yeah, that's fair. They might not have broken the standstill. I mean, we still had to do something to eventually close out the game, but we could have waited on the Colonnade. You would hide the Brainstorm and play the Strand. Just played Tundra for a turn before I Brainstormed. I will definitely, in future, that's a good point, that I should Brainstorm before playing land, because if I drop fetch lands, I can fix the fetch. I can fix the top of my deck with the fetch, so... I still got a lot of practice with blue decks to do. I play lands before Brainstorms way too often, I think. But that's why we're here. Playing an interesting deck, or a version of a deck, I should say, because this is a deck, technically. And we learn. Speaking of which, Lawrence, I haven't talked to you at all. How did you end up doing at Eternal Weekend on... You were on Blue-White Land still, right? I don't know what my opponent's doing exactly. My opponent went from playing really fast to playing really slow, so I'm assuming it's just the state of the game. They obviously probably have a lot more to think about. They are restricted on mana. 6-1 into 6-4 after playing poorly. Oh, jeez. And then you went 0-3 on Legacy? Oh, Lawrence. That doesn't sound like you at all. You're usually mopping up the scrubs. We gotta hang out again soon. I don't know when the next tournament we'll both be at is, but we gotta hang out again soon. The next day I got ninth. They're 69 5K. Yeah, ninth isn't terrible. Ninth kind of sucks, but it's not terrible. You top 8 of the vintage charms. I remember that. Yeah. Maybe you're mentioning that. I have no idea what my opponent's doing right now. You have no idea what your schedule is? Yeah. It's quite a bit of ways away, you know. Like, the next big event I have coming around here, basically, is, like, if I want to play Modern this Saturday, there's the regionals for SUG. There's SUG Worcester is going to be Legacy in March, so that's pretty exciting. I'll probably do that. I'm going to definitely try to make Eternal Weekend next year, because, you know, I definitely feel like I missed out on that. I'm not really super upset, because I'm not going to buy Power, so Vintage is going to be tough, but... So I'll have to find, like, I'll have to start doing, like, budget lists for Vintage or whatever. Figure that out. You gonna try to go back to school? Oh, that's awesome. Did you not like Eternal Weekend in Philadelphia? From my understanding, Kate had a really good time there. I wonder if my opponent disconnected? I have no idea what's going on. They've run down about 2 minutes of the clock so far. The tourney is fun, but it's a grind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 11 rounds in one day is like I love Magic, but 11 rounds in one day is a lot of rounds of Magic. Opponent is trying to find your stream. That'd actually be hilarious if that was the case. Like, welcome to the stream, buddy. Super easy to fall short. You can only afford one. Yeah, that's really brutal when you can only do one loss. I'm tempted to counter the Ponder just because I don't want them to dig, considering the fact that they haven't really done much. But if they end up falling up just a Jace, I don't really want the Jace to resolve. So, I mean, granted, we have a Jace already, and we have a lot more answers there, Jace, I think. But also payouts as yeah, no, I didn't think I countered that. Like, I considered it because if they're digging, there might be a good chance it's worth it, but it's definitely like Jason Red Blast for sure. Oh my god, if my opponent was actually trying to find my stream and they were in here, that would be super hilarious. Like, why are you here? Yeah. Yeah, having like 5 cards in hand makes it a lot less tempting to counter a Ponder, that's for sure. Which is actually the same reason I didn't counter that previous Brainstorm they had cast, because they had like 6 cards in hand, so there's like, okay, I'll counter the Brainstorm, and they have other cards that are probably gas in their hand. No point in countering that. How's the sound for everyone, by the way? I switched to my camera mic, which I believe is going to be a little more high-end than my crazy headphone mic, which isn't really anything special. Like, it's part of the headphones. The headphones are nice, though. What we got here? Maelstrom Pulse? Oh, no, did I pass until... What the hell was that? Oh, no. Oh. Terrible. Whew, piece of candy. So we're going to resolve this search for Azcanta. I don't think I fetch here because I kind of like the rest of those cards. I want to be able to get that Supreme Verdict or that Porphyry Nodes if we need it. Yeah, apparently I must have hit F6. That was terrible. Like, I knew there was going to be cards they might cast that I wanted to counter, so if I hit F6, that was very stupid of me. I think I was just waiting so long that I thought it was, like, held up of some sort. Search for Azcanta has honestly been insane. The card's real good. Card's, like, super good, especially when you're grinding. Alright, so there's they're going to cast Snapcaster. I just assume they're going to try and just flashback Maelstrom Pulse. So I kind of don't want them to resolve the Snapcaster Mage. I can counter this Maelstrom Pulse, I just don't want them to have the creature in play. Although we do have, like, well, we have Porphyry Nodes on top, which I don't particularly want to actually get that. I want to just dump that with Search. So I am going to counter the Snapcaster Mage. I'd rather not use a Supreme Verdict on just a Snapcaster Mage. That would just be miserable. Oh yeah, Search for Askance is insane. You're up to foil one. That card's probably worth quite a bit now. I bought these the weekend they came out at $5 a piece, and now they're like $15 a piece. I am so happy I did that because this card has been insane. What happened to Jace was I'm an idiot. I must have hit F6, so when they cast Maelstrom Pulse, I didn't get a chance to respond, so Jace died. Because I'm real bad. That was horrible. Yes, Lawrence, that's what I did. Yeah, I actually just recently changed some of my buttons, so I think that that's part of it. Yes, I want this to be transformed. Yes, I love digging. Yeah, you can definitely confirm that Aaron is an idiot. Alright, what we got here? End of my draw step, K command. I don't think I care that much about the Supreme Verdict. They are returning Snapcaster Mage. I'm going to respond to that. I'm going to activate this. If we can counter the K command, I'd rather not be, Oh. I don't know if we care about the K command so much anymore. So let's see. They can't cast Snapcaster Mage right now. They're going to get Snapcaster Mage, so I can't just grab Moat. Because I can just snap Maelstrom Pulse, but Jace, they can also just snap Maelstrom Pulse. So I'm just gonna grab Counterspell. I'm gonna counter that. I don't like the fact that I just passed over a Jace, but if I don't just counter this, like they're just gonna kill my Jace anyway, probably. Yeah, Flying Standstill would be sweet. Like the Jace I really wanted, but if I had Jace, I had no interaction, so that when they buy back their Snapcaster Mage with their Kolaghan's command, they just snap Maelstrom Pulse. Like I have to draw into some type of like, it would have to be a Spell Pierce or a Force in order to actually use anything with Jace. So it's unfortunate, but I really like that pile is gas. Like I want to take all those cards. if this was like just like a draw 4, that would just be sweet. All right, they have their own Jace now, so that's a little unfortunate. I'm gonna fetch to shuffle those cards back into my library. That was a Council's Judgment in that pile too, which is super unfortunate now they have Jace in play. Deathrite we care about a little bit, but not much. There we go. So we got Source Plowshares. Deathrite's going to eat it. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want that Council's Judgment. Hoping I can dig to one here. Nope. We can get our own Jace, though. That seems not bad. Let's see. They have 2 cards in hand. I'm gonna Fate Seal them. No, they can just brainstorm a Jace. And they also have Fetchland. I'm gonna Fate Seal myself. Do you think we just brainstorm back and forth here, or do you think I actually... I almost feel like I should just tick up and target myself. Brainstorm Jace is great. Yeah, that's fair. Card advantage is really good. Oh look, another Search for Askanta, so we can dig some more. And I can get a fetch land too. We can keep a Source of Plowshares. I'm going to put the Search and Supreme Verdict back. I'll play this fetch and pass. We have one more fetchable blue source off of Delta just for a noticeable, just for the notes. Brainstorm. So I have 1 island and 1 plains for fetchable sources left. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the verdict's pretty weak at the moment. If our opponent goes like a couple creatures deep, it'll be nice to have, especially if it's like Leovold, Deathrite, or whatever it may be. Like they have 3 cards in hand. Chances are 2 of them are not creatures. Maybe 1, but probably not 2. K command. So we're gonna discard. They're gonna get Snapcaster Mage back. Snapcaster Mage can't really hit anything of relevance at the moment. We don't fetch a white source, so that storage is just gone. What did I put back? I put Search, Supreme Verdict back. I don't think either one of those is particularly that great. So I'm probably going to Yeah, they have Pulse, but they only have 2 mana available, so they can't snap Pulse. If that's what they were aiming for, they're going to be real sad. No, they're snap Ponder. Yeah, I think fetching is correct, because I don't want to draw the Supreme Verdict or the Search for Azcanta at the moment. They're digging for Reb. Yeah, it makes sense. If I were them, I'd probably be digging for Reb as well. If they have Reb in hand right now, I'm not sure why they didn't just use it on Chase. Like, I have 0 cards in hand. It's not like I'm going to counter it. Hey, look, Standstill. That's not bad. Add an upkeep stop, yeah. So I'm going to try and jam the Standstill. I'm going to Jace bounce their Snapcaster Mage. Do I want to Jace bounce their Snapcaster Mage, actually? Wait, Brainstorm? Yeah. I'm real good at just firing things off. That Brainstorm would have been really good, Lawrence. Oh no, not the fetch land. No, that fetch land's useless. It just gives you a shuffle. I guess it's not useless, but... Wait, no. Don't just F6. I should give us all a chance to think through it, especially myself. Alright. So Jace is being attacked by the Snapcaster Mage. Need more Mistress Factories? Yeah, I was pretty miserable with Mistress Factories, so I actually just got rid of them. Oh no! Ah, I'm going to stop paying attention to other people for a minute. Playing way too fast, yeah. I do that. Alright. So here, I'm definitely not going to lose this chase. I'm going to have to take this up, I think. I could give them 3 cards with Brainstorm, but that's not particularly what I want to do. I'm going to have a look. That's my top card. Streaming makes Magic 10 times. Yeah, it makes Magic a lot harder. So let's see. So I have another Snapcaster Mage. I don't think I want that still. Let's see what I have in my graveyard. I have a Replenish, which would be nice. Source Plowshares. A couple counter spells. I think I want that on top. So I'm going to have to probably put that in play. I will play this just for the shuffle. Alright. Yeah, it's looking like I'm probably going to have to break my own Standstill. I was going to Jace minus bounce the Snapcaster Mage earlier. I didn't want them to be able to snap and buy something back, and that was clearly incorrect. Like you said, I also probably should have brainstormed first. If I brainstormed first, I found the 2 Snapcaster Mages. I could snap, use a card, like snap Swords their snap, and then play a Standstill. So, also opponent should be attacking you. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right on that. Yeah. Yeah, my thought process was going to be Standstill, bounce, snap. I have that Snapcaster Mage on top. I kind of want to draw it, so I'm going to hold off on the search. There was a Snapcaster Mage on top. Did I somehow put it on bottom of my library? Oh god, I'm so bad at M2GO. I am so bad with this goddamn computer program. It's terrible. Alright, so the Snapcaster Mage just attacked me. So I think here I'm gonna have to bounce their Snapcaster Mage. I don't want them to be able to rebuy spells, but in order for them to cast another spell, they're gonna have to crack my Standstill. I don't think it's pretty, but I have like Search, like I have my Snap as well. Yeah, I actually bought them because I'm very bad. This Wasteland, I want to take them off one of their green sources. Hitting them off green-black doesn't really matter. I'm going to hit them off one of their green-blue, the Trop. Okay. So they float a mana, we'll see if they do a spell. I think the red mana here probably leans towards what you were saying. Kill a red, you don't want them blast. Yeah. Alright. So now we're at a point where, like, we have a Standstill, we have a Jace, we have this Azcanta. We should hopefully Pyroblast. Okay, so we're going to draw off with Standstill. Alright, let's see here. So I'm going to snap Counterspell that. Maybe they blast Standstill? That'd be hilarious. I wish. They definitely target a Jason Mind Sculptor, though. Alright, so they're forcing. Huh. Activate this. We're going to dig a little bit. I guess we're just going to take this Counterspell off the top here. Like, we could have possibly taken Jace and just recast another one eventually. But right now, we're just going to crush the Counter War. They have Fluster Storm. Okay. Opponent's fighting really hard here. So I'm going to let this Fluster Storm resolve, countering my Counterspell. And then I'm just going to Fluster Storm back. Okay. Opponent's making odd plays. Now, like, they likely have him. Check what they're targeting. Well, their targets for Fluster Storm are the forces. Was my Counterspell to their force. Okay, so if I play this, at this point, if I resolve this Snapcaster Mage, it's almost fairly useless, right? Alright, so I don't know if this really does anything good. Can I undo the tap land? Yeah. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So if everything counters our Force of Will, that's not great. I think I'm going to let this force hit my Snapcaster Mage. I'm going to Fluster Storm this Pyroblast. Yeah, that was my thought process right there. Alright, I'm terrible with these, so I'm going to try the best I can to make sure that this... same target. Okay, so you can just click same target. So this is the first time I've actually resolved a Storm spell, so sorry about this for being a little stressful for me. Okay. So we still have Spell Pierce up, which isn't, like, amazing, but it's still a card. It's unfortunate we didn't get our Snapcaster Mage, but we're okay with that. I had an opponent actually target their own... Oh, geez, they have Snapcaster Mage, too. Alright, so our Jace is, like, super dead here. I mean, we made him use a lot of cards, which is nice, but... Okay, what do they target? Pyroblast? Alright, so they'll be able to pay for Spell Pierce, so we're definitely losing our Jace here. That's really unfortunate. Like, piercing it does nothing. They just end up doing it again. Alright. So they're down to like 4 minutes and 50 seconds, so we might actually end up just using that. If they have like K command, we're super dead. Him, I mean, we can counter it, but that doesn't matter. Didn't we know about Snap? Yes, we did know about Snap since we bounced it. My stuff might upkeep, so I'm going to use this as Kanta. If they find a K command, we're just dead. Death Rights, whatever. So here I kind of just want a Supreme Verdict, really. Like, Moat definitely does not do it here. Alright. Take a draw step, I guess. Hey, look, Verdict. Yeah, making them pay the 2 doesn't really do anything, though. They had like 4 mana up, so... Okay, Oh, it's too late, okay. So cancel. That's right, it's like a Wrath of God. Hey, what's up, Pat Ugo, by the way? Alright. So they have 2 cards in hand. I'm going to try and force an issue here. I'd like to find something relevant. So Replenish is not bad. Search Cant is okay. Elixir of Vitality is very tempting. I can't actually use it here, though. Oh, man, this is awful. Those are not great cards. Yeah, take the Brainstorm, I think. Any order. Alright. Pretty much looking to counter a Kolaghan's Command if we draw a counter magic. A Bolt. We're in trouble. They went Force, Pitch, Snap, which applied they have the second Snap. Oh, I didn't even notice they pitched a Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, I should pay closer attention to that, clearly. Okay. Time to pay closer attention to the stream. Ugh. I played this one horribly. It was a nice top deck of Screenberg, though. Glad I got those early attacks. Clock won't be as bad, at least. Alright, so Jace Brainstorm, played a fetch line. What do I got here? Yeah, we're going to respond to that. We're going to Brainstorm now. I'm going to put back Moat, then Snapcaster Mage, so I can draw the Snapcaster Mage. I'm going to Council's Judgment, then Snap Council's Judgment on my turn. So I can get rid of Leovold, then get rid of Jace. Obviously, if they have any type of counter magic, we're probably just screwed, but... Yeah, our win condition is definitely their clock at this point. Yeah, them doing whatever they were doing and losing, like, several minutes was definitely bad for them. Alright, so we're going to try and Council Judgment, Snap Council's Judgment. Alright, so they have some type of interaction. Maybe not. Okay. So we're going to vote for Leovold. They should vote for Jace. That'd be great. No? Okay. Oh god, where's this Council's Judgment? How big is my graveyard right now? Yeah, we're going to end up needing that, we're going to end up needing that, little, what's it called? Are they going to Surgical here? Is that what's going on? Okay, so it's Surgical. I don't really want that to happen, but we're not going to be able to cast Council Judgment if we just don't just let it happen. Our second Council Judgment is maybe worth it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I can't even... So if I don't find Flusterstorm, I can't counter this anyway. So... Surgical would certainly be a meme. That's very true. 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to... I need to find Flusterstorm or this is irrelevant. I'm going to try it. Another Council Judgment. That would be sick right there. Alright, so we're going to take this standstill, I guess. Jesus Christ. Surgical comes in against every deck, doesn't it? It'd be hilarious if they end up missing this Council Judgment. And then I just use, like, all my mana to... Oh my god, did they miss that Council Judgment? No! I didn't need to do that! No! My Council Judgment's still there. If I didn't use my search, I could have just entered Jace. Oh, opponent's real bad. They brought in Surgical against me. And they didn't even take the card. No, I have no other fetchable sources off of Delta. If I had, if this was a Flood Strand, I have a Plains. Jesus. Opponent's bad and we are worse. I'm real bad. I'm like garbage right now. What's going on? Anthony Ruffino, so I Council Judgment got rid of Leovold, and then I Snap went to Council Judgment to get rid of Jace. In response to my Snapcaster Mage triggered ability, they targeted Council Judgment with a Surgical. In response, the search for my Azcanta land, I used that to dig, hoping to find Flusterstorm to just shut that down so I didn't lose both Council Judgments. Unfortunately, my opponent's Surgical, they didn't collect the one in my graveyard, so if I didn't use my search, I could have just used the Council's Judgment to answer their Jace. They have Leovold again, so that's pretty unfortunate. Let's see. Alright, so another search for Azcanta, that's not great. Alright, so I'm going to dig. Replenish is sweet, but doesn't do anything because we don't want our standstills in play currently. Supreme Barrier Plants are leavable, so that's sweet. Sucks to get rid of Snapcaster Mage, but I don't think we have a choice. Elixir might have actually been okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna lose the Snapcaster Mage anyway, so I'm gonna try and get an attack on Jace, see if I can trick them. I'm sure they're gonna block, but I'm gonna lose Snapcaster either way, so we're just gonna try that. If I get away with it and their Jace loses 2 counters, that's cool with me. All right, so they didn't. They fell for it, so that's cool. Well, I have nothing else to do with my mana, so I'm just gonna drop this. Hopefully, this will help me dig a little bit more. If my opponent runs out of time on their clock, doesn't that just mean that they lose in general, though? Because I've actually had games where I ran out of time on my clock and I ended up losing. It essentially acted like I lost 2 games instead of 1, I believe. Or I might have been down a game and then my clock ran out. I don't recall. Thoughtseize, take my standstill. That's fine. Snapcaster Mage. Okay, I think Snap has a Kolaghan's Command, so we're just dead here. Yeah, there's Kolaghan's Command, so we're dead. So I played real bad. I got punished for it. My pull-up ran surgical, so I got punished for it. Alright. So I'm going to play slower. What else did we learn? I should brainstorm before playing lands. I should brainstorm casting standstills. Alright. Let's do this a bit better this time. Alright, back to our usual losing the die roll. This Plains is super awkward. We're on the draw, so I'm kind of tempted to keep, but this force isn't going to be enough. I'd love to have a Sword Plowshares. Yeah, I'm going to take my time and consider options on Jace and all that, yeah. For sure. So I'm going to try this. Again, I'd love a Sword Plowshares. My opponent did mulligan, so I'm fine keeping this. Even if we force them, you know, they're still down a couple cards. Oh, God. What is this crap? I don't need this upkeep stop currently. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Looks like I almost passed the turn, but we're good. Alright. So, by the mountain, I'm guessing my opponent is probably on, like, Bloodboot Stompy. We have the force for that. No, it's burn. Of course it's burn. It's always burn. Lightning Bolt leads me to believe it's probably burn. Which is actually weird. Usually you don't see your opponent just hold a boat and step off on the end of your turn. So, alright, so here. So they don't play flash creatures. Here I'm just going to. Do I jam a standstill? No, because I'll end up having to discard. Here I'm just going to jam a Search for Ascanta. Force a creature? Yeah, I think creatures are definitely what we force. Well, this is definitely burn, though. Opponents on the Sam Philly special. Yeah. Who are you, Alakazam? Okay, so I don't know what our opponent's doing right now. No idea whatsoever. I'm going to keep the Brainstorm. No! I hit the wrong button! Oh, why am I so bad at this? Sorry, Lawrence. Let you down, buddy. I'm doing real bad. Well, I last saw you on Tuesday. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. I saw a lot of people on Tuesday. Yeah, if I can find another blue source, I'm going to jam the standstill, but until I can find a blue source, I'm definitely not. I don't think we care about Chain Lightning. Yeah, this is going to be oh, Orin, it's you. Good for you. Good old Sam Philly special, yeah. I'm more interested in counting stuff like Fire Blast, so I'm going to let that resolve. I will start countering just crap like that, but okay. Put Island into your graveyard. That's going to be a no, because I do want another blue source. Yeah. Here, I think is where we just resolve standstill. Because now we have counter plus force blue card. So I'm going to resolve standstill here. That's just 2 damage. Do I really want to counter that? Like, the card's not really going to get better, but it's also not really going to get worse. I'm going to take that too. Yeah, next turn we 100% play Wasteland, so we can get rid of that Tundra if we need to against Price. If we play Jace, we have no clock. Yeah, we'll want Jace for sure. Then jam Jace and aggro Fate Seal. Yeah. Like, they have 0 ways to, like, beat me under a standstill. So I'm fine having the standstill play right now. Celestial Colonnade is going to go in my graveyard, for sure. I don't know. Yeah. And we can, yeah, that's fair. I mean, we can find a lot of counter magic in hand and fight over all their counter spells. They likely will let us drop to 7, that's fair. Okay. No, don't put Fairy Conclave into the graveyard. That can go into play. This can be our opening of a clock. Yeah. I mean, we did have force in hand, so I think you're right. The Jace was probably correct. Yeah. Finding the Melas, I've kind of forced them to force the issue, which we're fine with. Swift Spear. Okay. So we can draw like a Swords of Plowshares. We don't care. Look at that, Swords of Plowshares. The bad get rewarded. I love me. Just gonna go ahead and swords that now. Yeah, tapping Tundra and Plains is pretty much what I plan to do for Conclave. Lava Spike. It's going to get counterspelled. So they have 2 cards left in hand. I have Double Force and Spell Pierce, so it's going to counter that Lava Spike. I need to take this crap from them. Yeah, Jace is going down next turn for sure. He's definitely getting hit. Yeah, this is a force target, if I've ever seen one. Force pitching. So I want Snap, is the question. Because I don't want to wasteland myself here. I think I pitched a Snapcaster Mage. Right? Well, I guess they have a ton of land. Spell Pierce is pretty not great. Spell Pierce. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Okay, Lawrence. I will stop. Stand still in my graveyard. No. I will keep that on top. Yes, I will transform this. Wait. Do I want to transform the search? They've used 2 prices. I'm fine with that. Alright. It's going to be a Jace. Alright, we got a Jace. On the bottom, no. Hey, I did that one right. You really think transforming is that bad? Seems okay. I don't know. Like they've used 2 Price of Progress already. It's another land to ensure we can cast all our spells and whatnot. It's the only reason I kind of did it. Like I definitely see why the Search for Askance is not great, but actually no. Play Standstill. Okay. Alright, so now we have 2 standstills. Alright. So we're going to Fate Seal like crazy now. No, don't put that on bottom. Yeah, Transform's not amazing. Like, it gets us a little ahead on mana, which is nice, but I definitely get what you're saying. Like, it's not perfect either. Cannot tap Wasteland. I'm going to remember that. Now we have a Standstill in play. So let me think. So I can animate Conclave. If I draw a counterspell, I can cast it. And force. I think I'm just on Jace here. I don't think I go on aggro now. We're in hardcast Fireblast territory. Yeah, we are. We cast a second standstill here, right? Yeah, we could definitely cast a second standstill here, and then replenish them both back. But that's just a little too much. They have another mountain on top. We just Fate Sealed them, so yeah. So I'm just gonna Fate Seal like crazy right now. Like my opponent's draw steps are now mine, basically. Animate's just gonna eat the clock. Yeah, absolutely. All right, put that on bottom. No. Hey, look, I'm doing the clicking right. I'm doing it. Go me. Alright, so they're starting to flood out with mountains. They played a lot of mountains too. Like, how many spells did they actually play? They had 5 spells they played, and then they just drew nothing but lands. So we got very lucky there. 4 ley lines are coming in. 2 Flush of Storms. Not a huge fan of Moat in this matchup. Like, even though they have hasty creatures, like, we're going to keep some of their Sword Plowshares. Forfeit Nose is just real bad. I don't think I care about the Enlightened Tutor, because there's nothing we particularly want to tutor for. I'm going to drop a Moat for now. If there's room, I keep it. They're starting to flood with. Yeah, that comment's a little weird, isn't it? Drop a Replenish, drop a Supreme Verdict. Do I cut a Jace? Or just Crucible? Yeah, that makes sense. Council's Judgment I want to keep because of Sulfuric Vortex. Seal? Yeah, I'll keep this. I'll get the seal. Do I want the do I want the Enlightened Tutor, do you think, for the fact that we have the Sealed Cleansing? We want to be able to tutor it up, maybe. I think I'm going to keep a Replenish. Not how about that? Vortex can hit their dudes. Cut Replenish. Just second Vortex. Yeah. You don't like Replenish at all, huh? I like it just the fact I can buy back a seal and buy back like standstills, but I guess that's getting a little greedy. Cut seal for second judgment. You think 2 judgment over seals? Replenish is just bad. Replenish is bad anyways, but that's what we're here for. We're here for bad things. They keep the 4 Swords Plowshares. I don't know if Flush of Storm's really great. They're definitely going to be... My concern is they're going to be on... What's the word called? What's the... Exquisite Firecraft? I think the Flush Storms are fine, but... So do we just cut like a standstill then? If it's not about card advantage, you think? Yeah, that's fair. Or do I cut a Jace? I should have just seen if you were available to come on here. Cut a search? Yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? I put a 61 card deck in, so I guess we're not cutting that last card. Oh, Lawrence, you at work right now? Damn. Well, thanks for stopping in, though. Because I'm jank, I have 61 cards. I'm also just a bad player. We want standstill to gas back up. Yeah, definitely. That was my thought process. That's why I was like, I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. This hand's real bad. It's very slow. We don't have any interaction. I think I have to mulligan this. Like, the elixir's nice, but there's a lot of non-basics here, which makes, Price of Progress super live. This is a little awkward. Brainstorm, I think, is okay. Brainstorm with fetch line's nice, but this is rough. This hand has to force turn on creature, then you die. Yeah. I think I have to keep this. It's not pretty, but I don't know if I'm going to do better. I want to keep this on top, but I literally can't cast this for like a long time with what we're looking at right now. So I'm going to put it on bottom. We will be shuffling and whatnot, so we will have access to it. Oh my god. Source Plowshares revealed. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, if they play another creature, I'm definitely going to just, like, force it. I think I have to pitch Jace, which is unfortunate, but... Yeah, the Goblin Guide revealing Source Plowshares was very nice. Alright, we got here. So, no response to the trigger. We got a land. So, before the Goblin Guide swings, we're going to... I kind of want one Tundra here. I know it's going to mean we're going to take some damage from Price of Progress, but I'm definitely going to want to fetch Island with this. Alright, Wasteland's not great. Alright, see if they do anything, then we'll Brainstorm. We have fetch up. I'm also not just passing, I'm actually taking my time here. Taking my time to actually just hit OK rather than pass till end. Probe? Well, we have Brainstorm, so you're not going to know what we have shortly, probably. Hey, Oren, thanks for following me. I appreciate it, bud. We're going to Brainstorm response to that. Yeah, they have pass until... Oh my god. Alright, I don't think I want either Wasteland. And we have no responses for that, unfortunately. Yeah, MTGO has pass until it requires a response. And it also has like pass until your turn or pass until next turn. I'm going to pull up my graveyard because I want to be able to see. Hey, look, we've got another Jace. Awesome. And we have... Yeah. Alright, so we're at 9. They have 3 cards in hand. I don't think I can afford to just play a Search for Azcanta. I also don't think I can not afford to do it. So I kind of need to dig a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to have to just tap out for this, I think. I can snap Brainstorm, find Force Will, but then we can't cast anything else. Yeah, this is going to be a search here. I think I'm just pretty much boned in this this game at the moment, so we're just going to have to take our chances. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if the top card's crap and we fetch, we can actually flip this, but I think that's just bad. I think we definitely just want the filtering for now. Let's see what we got. Exquisite Firecraft. Okay. So if they have Fire Blast, this Fledgestrand's dead. Luckily for us, we have another Fledgestrand, so that's not great. Okay. Put Island into your graveyard. No, I want the Island. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I need to try and like fade something relevant on them real hard. Like another Exquisite Firecraft or a Fire Blast just like kills us if we use this fetch land. And obviously with the Exquisite Firecraft, we can't like do anything about it. Like they just get it. I think we would snap Source Plowshares this. Okay, so we're going to have to fetch. Alright, we snap Source Plowshares. If they have 1 card left in hand, if it's a Fire Blast, we're dead. I think it's where Fire Blast, we're screwed anyway. So I'm going to snap Source this and just fetch out of basic planes here. Yeah, the Elixir is really only good in like long games where Elixir is really only good in long games where we can where you know we need to refresh our library and gain some life. Elixir's been relevant in the bird matchup for the fact it is life game. Yeah, so they had the Fire Blast anyway, so we're just dead. So we're gonna go to game 3. Hopefully we can get like a little bit of a better hand. Our first hand was like super sketch. The second hand was not great either. Let's see. Elixir keeps me on decking. Against Burn, I don't think it's relevant. The life gain, I think, is the most relevant part of it. And that might not be good enough. Like, honestly, we might even just be better off with a moat. Like, keeps all their hasty creatures at bay. But I'm going to keep the elixir for right now. We'll see how it goes. Like, the 5 life can be relevant. If we keep the elixir, though, it might be worth it to have the Enlightened Tutor. I don't know. I think I'm just... Search is really slow, so I'm actually going to cut that. I'm going to bring the Enlightened Tutor back. Give us access to elixir, give us access to, like, standstill, stuff like that. So I don't think it's perfect, but it's probably much better. My mainland section is pretty awkward and not great. So, I mean, this hand's fine. I would love, like, a force for, like, a turn 1 creature, but I think that we're not going to do much better on 6 cards, being on the play and whatnot. You think Celestial's actively bad since it's dice to red blacks? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I cut the search for tutor. I think that that's definitely correct. I have 4 Leyline on the deck. It might be worth it to mulligan too. This hand seems fine though. Leyline Sanctity's on top. Sweet. I probably should have brainstormed in response so I could get the land off the Goblin Guide. I didn't think of that. Yeah. You would brainstorm a response to a fetch? Like if I draw a fetch, use the... Or you would use that in response to Goblin Guide. I'm not sure what that... I think that's what you're trying to say. Young Pyromancer, what the literal fuck is going on here? That's getting countered. That's not happening. Yeah, hitting a Force Will for a Goblin would have been pretty good. Okay, so I got to fetch land off that. We're 2 lands off our Leyline, which would be good. Which means like the only cards we'll have to care about is like this Goblin Guide, which we're going to answer next turn. So I have like double blue. I'm going to get a white here to get the double white. Let's see. So I kind of want to Council Judgment here. But I think there's better things to Council Judgment. The cast is fine, need to counter. I'm probably going to end up having a brainstorm. Yeah, would you? I'm going to try it. Oh, no. Yeah, see, personally, I'm thinking, like, Council Judgment's better there to answer that now. So next time I drop Leyline Sanctity, like, I might take 2 off of Price of Progress, but nothing else they do is going to matter. Oh, no, Swift Spear. This is not good. Chain Lightning, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's my thought process, too. The Eidolon's not particularly what I had in my crosshairs, though. Double Chain Lightning wasn't either. So the last card's Fire Blast. Is that just enough to kill us? So it would be like, this is 4, Fire Blast would be 4, so that'd be 8. Yeah, so it's not enough to kill us, but we're definitely going to be struggling a bit here. Ugh. Stabilize is going to be tough if they have Price of Progress. I think we have to just play Leyline here. Because like if they end up with like 2 burn spells in hand, we're just dead. Yeah, just dead. Yeah. Play the Leyline, but Price doesn't care, and we don't have a force, so we are dead. Ugh, garbage. I don't... Yeah. Mulligan to 4 Leyline. Yeah, that's fair. That hand was decent, so I was, like, a little tempted. The double Chain Lightning was definitely tough. Us being a little heavier on non-basics and stuff, too, is a little crappy. I had to fetch the Tundra, though, because I had to fix the double blue, double white. Oh, well. We're going to go for round 3. We're 0-2 now. Round 1, I definitely played absolutely horrible. That second round, there were some plays I could have made a little better. I definitely could have taken my time on a few of those and like really thought through their lines. Like when that first Goblin Guide came down, I could have brainstormed a response. If I didn't find an answer for the Goblin Guide, I could have put land back, so that way I ensured I drew a land off it. I also ended up drawing into Swords Plowshares after the Goblin Guide, so I definitely could have gotten some value there and answered the guide right quick. So there's definitely some better play that could have been had there. I definitely could have mulliganed to a late line. So we're gonna see what we hit match 3. Hopefully it's not burn. I can't stand playing against burn. Still waiting on an opponent. Alright, found an opponent. I won the die roll, sweet. I will play first. This is absolutely horrible. I can't picture how much worse this hand could get. Mulligan. Ugh. This is sketchy. It does like nothing past like counterspell, sword, snap, nothing. I don't really want to mulligan past, but I think I kind of have to. Yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna keep it. Not great. Okay, that helps a little bit. I'm gonna lead off on Fairy Conclave. Hope we don't just get wastelanded here. Brainstorm on top will help a lot. Hopefully. So we got Mountain. Black Vice. Get wrecked. Okay, maybe I could have afforded an extra mulligan or two. So I'm taking 1 here, I think, right? Yeah, because I have like no cards in hand. Sweet tech, bro. Alright. So they're playing Black Vice, and they're most likely a burn deck. That's sweet. Alright, yeah, that can't happen. That's gonna have to go away. I would love to just like brainstorm and then fetch, but at the same time, like I have to make sure this gets countered, so I'm just gonna have to cast Counterspell on it. This guy is my damn hero. Yeah, that's lovely, Aaron. Black Vice. Yeah, I've seen some burn players like right after that got unbanned, they were trying it, and the card didn't seem very impressive, quite frankly. All right, Wasteland, so we can waste our Fairy Conclave when we need to. We won't have access to Snap Counterspell yet. Yeah, and that fetch maybe should have gotten a Tundra in hindsight. I do have Swords Plowshares in hand that I can't cast now. So I have to think about stuff like that. Alright, I don't need this chat bubble up. Let's get some extra space on the screen. I don't particularly need this yet. The good old Black Vice. Gotta love it. Brainstorm using the Fairy Conclave in the event we do have to like wasteland our own land. We'll probably just wasteland our own wasteland if it really came down to that. But so note's not very relevant here. And then I do want to put island on top. If they end up going Goblin Guide, I want to draw the island. We obviously are not going to copy that. Next turn I'll play. If they play a creature, I'm going to swords it. But if they end up not playing creature, I'm just going to play island so we can snap Counterspell. Okay. This hand's definitely like medium at best. So how's everyone in chat doing tonight? I hope all your nights are going well. We've been struggling just a little bit. Alright, my opponent is not casting cards. They have 6 cards in hand with 2 mountains in play. Their Black Vice hasn't been able to do like anything to us. Like, I've never had more than 4 cards in hand since, like, the first turn, so. This does make, this is worth it to note that that does make Standstill a little bit awkward, though. 7 out of 10 at best, Oren. If you're referring to the fact that it's, like, a morbid, like, interesting thing, like this is so horrible to watch that, you know, I'm very entertained, then I agree with you. But yeah, 7 out of 10, like, that's giving me a lot of credit. Thanks, Anthony Arfino, I appreciate it. I'd hate to let you down, though. Like, I have to scrub otherwise. Who would I be, really? Okay, yeah, this Black Vice is absolutely horrible. I think it hit me once, if that. It hasn't been relevant otherwise. Yeah, I think here we're on the Jace Brainstorm plan. I really want to keep planes up. I really want to keep Wasteland up. Price isn't that relevant right now. I'm going to keep the planes up to the swords, and we're going to Jace Fate Seal. Our opponent hasn't done anything. At this point, they're stuck on 2 lands, so I'm bound to just bottom lands. Or Lightning Bolts, you know, there is that too. So I'm going to bottom Lightning Bolt. They can definitely cast that. And I guess I'm just going aggro with Soundcaster Mage here, because gotta do something for closeout. It is possible that Snapcaster Mage should just be back to block in case they have like double hasty creature, but that seems really unlikely. It'd be 4 out of 10 without the punts, yeah. My punts are very entertaining, I must say. Price of Progress just deals us 4, which isn't terrible. They might just redirect out of Jace to put him to 1. Like, I highly doubt it, but yeah. Yeah. That got us. I mean, we can also like Snorts our own Snapcaster Mage, worst comes to worst. I don't think that's going to be really what's happening, but yeah. Colonnade, eh? It does give us a second white source. I'm going to... I put on 6 cards in it. I think I just keep on the Fate Seal plan. I'm going to Brainstorm here. I do want to kind of fix this up, get a better land for us to put into play. Or I guess the second source splashers, that works too. Yes, Brainstorm first. I'm learning, kind of. Sort of. Maybe. I don't think I'm going to emote or the second Jace. Colonnade, do not want to play this card, but we're going to Brainstorm it all. Yeah, always Brainstorm first. Alright, I'm going to play this Colonnade. We do have the Wasteland up, so we can reduce the price progress to 2. Colonnade can also represent like a much quicker clock. Because I think this game's going to be won by damage at this rate, rather than by Jace Fate Seal. I will likely continue Fate Sealing next turn, just to control the draws, make sure they can't do much about the board I'm up, but... Okay, so our opponent didn't do anything. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't take anything. It might have been worth it to let that resolve. I did have the Source of Plowshares, which has, as of now, been dead. I think Black Vice, now that you mention it, I think Black Vice is actually a card that, I think it actually replaces a creature in these lists. I think here I cancel Judgment because I can't, now I've got like a lot of cards in hand, I can't like afford to have this Black Vice be on the board for too long. I don't have any like counter magic right now that's going to help me anyway, as far as like mana is concerned, so using mana right now isn't terrible. What is this crap? Volcanic Fallout can't be countered. Okay, you got it. I have no white mana up for my swords. I should have Council's Judgment post-combat. Note to self. Okay. Love a fetch land. Love to get another basic plains out. Chain Lightning. What do we have in our graveyard? Alright, so we have a Brainstorm. We're going to cast a Brainstorm from our hand, though. Yeah, still really bad cards. I really need to be able to fetch some of these cards away. I think we might be in a lot of trouble here, though. It's getting to the point where like our next brainstorm probably has to be a force is the third one down. Like price isn't really relevant right now. Yeah, the last burn games, like we drew like one half of our deck. These burn games, we're drawing the other half of our deck. The half we would have liked to see. Riftbolt, Hardcast. Man, there's really nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I think I need to save Brainstorms and try and draw into like a force or whatever if they have Fire Blast. I think that's what I have to do here. This is not fun though. It's not really where I want to be. Caracas is very strange. They did have... Was this? No, it was the last opponent. Yeah, this one's been very weird. I don't know if there's a lot of Sneak and Show online. I know there's some amount, but... Alright, this Brainstorm has to find Force a little. If it doesn't, we're dead. Yeah, you got it, Burn player. Jeez. Yeah, those draws are real miserable. Those come out, Search comes out, plus Storms come in, and keep the second down. Council's Judgment comes in. So there we are. This is burn opponent number 2, yes. So we're going to follow the same game plan. Drop to Search for Ascanta, drop the Porphyry Nodes, drop the Replenishes, drop the Supreme Verdicts, add 2 Council's Judgment, 4 Leyline. This hand's really slow. No mulligan. This hand's not terrible. It's got permission and stuff, but I don't know how much better we can do. I'm going to take one more mulligan. Yeah, there we go. Whatever. Jesus Christ, this is terrible. I'm going to keep it. Cool elixir. That card does like literally nothing, so it's just going to go to the bottom of my library. It gains us some life. Cool. The reason I was willing to mulligan an extra time is mostly just because they are running Black Vice. You would have kept the 6. Yeah, the 6 was like super close. The one land with like... The one land really sketched me out, honestly. The one land really sketched me out on that last keep. Alright, so I got Jace on top, so like I've got something to work towards. Unfortunately, that's with all about basics, and our opponent does run Price of Progress, so that's a little sketchy. Yeah, it's just... Man. I hate keeping one land Brainstorm hands just because it, like, the Brainstorm can fix your hand, but ugh, I hate doing that with these decks. You really need it. You really need to, you know, have the land to cast all your spells. I guess I did have a Scry, which I didn't really take into consideration. We'll play Wasteland here to make sure we're a little more protected against Price. They should know about the Swords Plowshares, but we're going to Swords Plowshares their Goblin Guide before we take more damage. I would like if their Goblin Guide could flip us to a land. That would be really delightful. Alright, so Delta, this gets us an island. That's good. So, I have 3 minutes. Yeah. Swords here. What's going on? Swords, there we go. Apparently you gotta click the swords to cast it. Okay. And then they resolve a Sulfuric Vortex. That's not great. Alrighty. Yeah, can't do anything with that. We'll have to hope to find a Council's Judgment. Alright, we're finding all our non-basics, so this is very unfortunate, but... Gonna fetch out 2 basic islands, gonna play a Jace, Brainstorm, hopefully find a Force. We're fairly susceptible to, basically, at this point, fairly susceptible to Price. It's really the only card we're really too worried about. Like, if they find a creature, that's one thing, but mostly we're just concerned with Price. And here I'm definitely Jace, like, brainstorming. So this will answer that. Standstill will get some card advantage back, so that's good. And we'll be able to do both next turn. I don't think we would do both next turn. It'll probably just be Council Judgment, Brainstorm with Jace, figure out what we're doing here. But this Council Judgment's definitely going to have to answer that next turn or we're super dead. So it's going to give us 4, so we're going to be 8. Alright, then another price, we go to 4. That's for vortex plus is a 2. Okay, that's clearly not happening there. Alright, so I have to play land first. Oh, man. I cannot use this wasteland because if they have more prices, I'm just screwed. Yeah. Keep brainstorming with Jace. Hopefully build up a hand of like permission and whatnot. We already played land for turn. Second ley line really doesn't do anything. That's going to go back. All these non-basic lands are real miserable. I'd love to play the standstill. I didn't brainstorm first because I already knew one of the cards, and I knew I was going to have to Council Judgment that Sulfuric Vortex regardless. So let's see. We know we have Moat, Fairy Conclave on top. I can't just put a standstill in play because we might end up being dead. We're gonna have to wait a turn. Like I guess it's probably worth it just always brainstorm first, regardless. Even if you know what your plan is, you never know if like you might find something that changes the plan. But like answering the Sulfuric Vortex, I don't think there was really much of a choice. Like I just kind of had to do that. So that's the only reason I didn't just brainstorm first. Like I knew what I was doing there, as far as that goes. Pitch Strand is pretty great for us. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Alright, so we're still just really worried about Price of Progress. I'm not going to play the Crocus for that reason. I am going to go ahead and cast the Standstill now, though. I think I just have to play the Crocus, right? I don't think I need to. Like, the one card we're really dead to is Price here, so... I guess we have Wasteland up, so I'll play it. It's not pretty, but... Yeah, I'm just thinking having the Crocus down means we can like actually hard cast a force and still hold up Wasteland. It's like we have like the extra backup. Like maybe that's just playing too scared. I am fighting all my Leyline SATs and no fetch lands. Alright, so we're building up a pretty good hand here. I want to play the Conclave. I think after this we're just going to start Jace Fate Sealing. At this point I think that's pretty much what the plan we're going for. We want all our counter magic, we want all our mana, so Jace aggro Fate Seal is just pretty much what we're doing here. Like we know our next two draw steps are Leyline Sanctity, so that's a little miserable, but... Yes, that's going to go on bottom because we can't counter that. Creatures and Price are the two things we care about, and Price is like a little skeptical. Like we do have like Wasteland and whatnot, but we are almost dead to it, and they probably have Explosive Firecraft. They do have like Volcanic Fallout, so they have weird things that just get around our counter magic. So here I'm just going to keep Fate Sealing because I want Jace to just close out this game. Do you want this on bottom? No, they can draw that card. Yeah, so we got like this double ley line's real bad. Like I would love to be able to cast a Brainstorm and find a fetch land. I think next turn we might Brainstorm with Jace, but I think we're still just going up, ticking up. That is correct. Firecraft doesn't do anything because we don't have creatures in play, and we have a ley line. That's very true. Hey, look, Tundra. Here I'm going to Brainstorm. Okay, so I didn't find... I didn't find a fetch land, but I found more relevant cards. Alright, we're just going to play Tundra out here. I'm going to discard this extra ley line. Like, yeah, enchantments are fun. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're discarding this. We're not. Or clean up, discard. Okay. Alright, now we're just on. Now we have Counterspell, Double Force, Flusterstorm, Brainstorm. Now we're just Jace ticking up for the rest of the game. This is just going to be, we're going to close out the game now. I'm very confident in our ability to do that. Yes, I'm going to put Price of Progress on the bottom of my opponent's library. It's literally the one card they can actually damage us with right now outside of creatures. So I'm going to have to discard. I'm going to discard this Fairy Conclave. Yeah, when we played Crocus, that was probably around the time we stopped playing around Price. If I decided to end up playing the Crocus regardless, I should have just played Crocus and cast Standstill off that. Play Conclave here? No. Fire Blast cannot target us, so that can stay on top of your library. Let's see. Discard Leyline here. I don't think we need multiples, quite frankly. It appears as though they don't have any way to actually answer it. This looks like Fetchless Burn. I don't think I've seen any fetch lands out of them. They do have this Caracas, the super awkward Caracas, so that's great. Yeah, I think Conclave just ends up like... Oh, hello. Alright, let's go to our second main, and then do the Jace. Yeah, I think Conclave just possibly ends up just giving them a target for some of their burn. No, don't put that on your library. You can have that card. Alright, put this Leyline back. Alright, next time we're just going to ultimate this Jace. We are running low on time, so I do have to keep an eye on that. Goblin Guide. Okay. Alright. We got our graveyard here. Okay. You have a Goblin Guide. I'm going to just snap Swords to Plowshares this. Yeah, I mean, putting Conclave in play might just be better, but I don't know if it really matters. I don't know what our opponent thinks they're going to be able to do here, but... Okay. Should have tapped Wasteland. I'm still going to keep Wasteland up just to be safe if there is a Price of Progress. Because that takes out 2. I mean, it's still 6 damage to add. Wasteland should have been tapped, you're right. I'm thinking ahead of time that doesn't exist. Okay, we're going to counterspell that one. These are just going after my Snapcaster range, aren't they? Never mind. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why we're countering those cards. There literally is no reason. I completely forgot about the fact that I have Leyline in play, and that's, yeah. I should pay closer attention, clearly. Okay. Yeah, that was quite a bit of waste of time. Now the opponent thinks we're either bad or a dick. Yeah, secretly it is both. It's really funny because, like, in paper, I actually run this deck fairly well, and online, I just don't really. I don't know what it is. Like, staring at a computer screen while streaming, it's like it's off. Like, I'm not a great player by any means, but I feel like when I'm playing online, I'm just that much worse. It's really miserable. Okay, yeah, Chain Lightning. That's fine. All right. Let's get him. I don't think I jam another Jace here. Yeah, okay, they quit. Alright. I think we're okay with where we are. Leyline obviously is very good against them. They may have an answer to it in the third game. Now that they know we definitely have it. I don't think we particularly changed anything, though. Sulfuric Vortex is a little annoying, but I don't think it's anything that really kills us. So I don't think I can bring back the Seal Cleanser or anything. If I was to keep, like, Replenish, I would probably bring it back, but I think this is fine. We just run it back. Yeah, I mean, the closest is, like, Seal maybe replaces the Swords of Plowshares. I'd rather have the 1-mana Swords of Plowshares answer, personally. It could be wrong. Like, Seal could be, like, amazing. What is this, round 3, and we're an hour and 40 minutes into the stream? Ugh. It's like I want to play faster because I hate how slow this is going, but playing faster clearly is not helping. Alright, what's our opponent doing? Are you playing first? Yeah, you're playing first. Cool. Alright, so we got Swords for their turn 1 creature. We have Counterspell for their turn 2 play. We have Flusterstorm as well. Hand doesn't really go anywhere is the problem. I think we can do better on a mulligan. Yeah. Keep that. That's fine. Double Spell Pierce, Counterspell? Sure. They're deciding if they should mulligan to 3 cards. That's good for us. Counterspell, I think that goes on bottom. Because at the moment, like, the most thing we care about is removal. Okay, there we go. Yeah, definitely a snap keep on that. It's like they mulliganed to 4 and didn't have a turn 1 play, so they didn't have creature turn 1. Like, if we get to turn 2 and they haven't done, like, a creature or anything, like, I'm gonna kind of wish I missed that. I kept that second counterspell. Just got here. What are they playing? This is our second burn opponent in a row. Yeah, the 7 was, like, it was okay. Like, the only problem is, like, it was counterspells. It was counterspells, Source Plowshares, like Flusterstorm or like a Spell Pierce or something, and 4 land. It did nothing outside of the first 3 spells I'm going to cast, you know? The first match did not go well. I played really horribly against Check Pile. The second match was against Burn. I played that a little bit sloppy, and then just kind of, they had like a really aggressive hand game 3, where it was like multiple Chain Lightnings with like Spears and stuff. So I couldn't do much about that. And yeah, this game, not really much happening because not a whole lot. I started Leyline, they mulled to 4 cards, and yeah, there's a lot of land here. Eidolon definitely goes away. Don't want that. There's no point letting Eidolon resolve. Yes, I do keep my VODs. So actually, Twitch saves them for the limited period of time that they would save them for. And then I actually upload my VODs to, because like punt montage of the first match would be great. Yeah. there would be quite the punt montage of our first match. The unfortunate thing is my opponent casting the Surgical on my, which is horrible, on my Council's Judgment, and then missing my Council's Judgment because I activated the Search for Azcanta to try and save my Council's Judgment so I could snap it later if I needed to. So that was actually like really bad. Like, if I didn't activate my Search for Azcanta to try and counter the Surgical, I could have just cast the Council's Judgment after they forgot it. Alright, so we got a really awkward game going here. Drawn a lot of reactive spells. They clearly can't answer this Leyline. I've got like 4 double Spell Pierce, double Flusterstorm, Council Judgment Swords. Any creature they play is gone. Any non-creature spell they play is just countered, basically. So this is a little weird. Brainstorm's going to be sick, though. Yeah, like if they splash green randomly and have a Crozen Grip, like they could get this Leyline done, but... Alright, so they have like probably 4 swords. Alright, they have 4 Price of Progress we have to counter. I'm going to play this. Yeah, forced pitching a Pierce, and opponent had 1 mana up, and that was against... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. That was definitely me that did that. I was like, oh, I could just Spell Pierce that. Yeah. So I originally was thinking I was going to Spell Pierce one of their previous spells when they still had like 3 land up, and it didn't dawn on me that the Price of Progress was the next 2 mana they had tapped, so yeah, I done goofed. We're going to try and animate Fairy Conclave. I want to get something going here. I mean, we haven't seen like a single Brainstorm, we haven't found like a Jace yet, so I want to try and get something going here so we can start the clock really. It's like I am down to 10 minutes, so I've got to put like some type of pressure either on the opponent or whatnot. I got to either like lock my opponent out and get them to scoop or close the game. So we're going to start the beat clock. We also went hard on keeping our Snappy alive last game. Yes, I did go very hard trying to keep Snapcaster alive last game. Alright, Price of Progress, I'm going to fetch once, twice. Alright, so that's one spell, two spells. So I think I just force this here. Pitching a spell Pierce. Like, Pierce has fallen off really hard here, so I'm going to pitch a spell Pierce. Fluster Storm in general is going to be much better. I guess I do want to keep at least a Pierce, because like, they're like Vortex, like, it counters Vortex. This is just going to be a Fluster Storm. Okay. Like, Price of Progress is their only card that actually really hits us, so we're happy to counter these two Price of Progress like this. Why not Pierce it? I want to hold Pierce in case they have like Sulfuric Vortex. Right now, the only cards they have that really hit us are Vortex and what's the other card? I guess Vortex and I guess Black Vice is a little annoying. We can cancel Judgment that way, so that's fine. We just pierced Vortex. So I guess there we kind of got lucky. Here we kind of got lucky. It ended up working out pretty well with the spell Pierce. All you naysayers say I can't pierce the Vortex. Sometimes sacks like me just get lucky. I have 4 cards in hand. I don't know why they led on Black Vice. They should have led on the they should have led on the Sulfuric Vortex. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, these 3 cards in my head, like, I'm never going to get hit by Black Vice. I don't know what they were doing. I'm going to take a turn off from doing this Conclave. Next turn, if I don't draw Jace or something, I'm going to get right back to it, though. Hoping this Search for Azcanta can help me dig towards a Jace. I don't understand why they wanted to play this Black Vice before the Vortex. You know what it is? I'm playing against someone very similar to me. I will not put Standstill in my graveyard. I would like to keep that. Thank you. So here we're going to play Standstill. Going to animate this Colonnade. Attack with all creatures. Attack, yes, yes, yes. What's going on here? Okay, we're going to draw some cards. That can't be countered, so our Fairy Conclave is going to go away. We're going to take 2, which is whatever. That's fine. It's not great, but not much we can do about it. I'm going to keep saving this fetch land. As much as I want to like fetch and play another Standstill or whatever, I'm going to keep some mana up. I still want the option to like Swords like a creature if they play it, and then if they try and cast a spell as well, maybe Fluster Storm catch them. We did turn Black Vice on, that's correct. What are we going to take? We're going to take 2. I mean, I'm actually fine with that. We're at 15, so if we take 2, it's really not a big deal. Okay. We're going to transform this Search for Azcanta. No, I will not put Jace in my graveyard. I definitely want that. I am going to transform this, though. So the only reason I transform that, I'm going to get rid of this Black Vice with my Council's Judgment. And then to play a Jace here. So I can play a Jace and keep up 1 mana. I don't think I play Jace here. I do think I play another Standstill, though. That I do think. You would have Judgment. Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why, I just ended up doing it. I didn't see your Message of Chill just now, but yeah, I Judgmented the Vice there so I could make sure like I don't keep taking damage. And I played my next Standstill. Just draw some cards. Goblin Guide, which I still have Swords Plowshares for. So none of these really matter. I'm definitely going to be killing this Goblin Guide as well. Why tap Tundra over Azcanta there? No particular reason. Just bad. I don't really... Tapping Tundra or tapping Azcanta didn't really matter either way. Alright, what do we reveal? Wasteland got into our hand. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if really tapping either really was relevant, but Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some consideration of like making sure we have access to blue and white. Like we just have like a single Swords Plowshare, so nope, that can stay on top of their library. I do not care if they draw Mountain. We were forced to fetch in order to plow. Yeah, that's fair, but we're gonna have to fetch eventually to get like to get more basics out anyway. I guess it does mean like our brainstorms are a little weaker because now we have like one fetch plus we have like a Jace that's a brainstorm machine. I think at this point in the game though, Jace is pretty much just ticking up, controlling their top decks, and we're gonna try and just get them that way. I don't think we win any other way at this point. On bottom. I will put that on bottom. Yeah, standstill does come into play now. That's correct. Alright, I think I have not played a land drop, so when I get to my second main, I'm going to play this land. This wasteland. Come on, there we go. List is fairly spicy. It's got main board 2 replenish. They're just kind of slow against burns, so we got rid of them. We took the replenishes out. So our Jace is just ticking up. We're gonna start put that on bottom. Yes. Once I took Lawrence's advice and started like playing my turn slowly, this is actually going a lot smoother, and I like it a lot. Thank you, Lawrence, for reminding me to play slow and think about my turns a little bit. So we're down to 6 minutes. That's why I've been focusing on Jace Fate Seal. Like, my hand's not extremely strong. We can start using Azcanta, the Sunken Ruin, and our Standstill will draw some cards as well. So I think that just like Fate Seal, just get rid of my opponent's ability to play the game is really where we want to be. Take the Elixir. Brainstorm I don't think is that relevant. Okay, so we're drawing, main, Jace. One of my favorite ways to kill this deck, though, is with the Replenish's main board, I can Jace Ultimate, crack a Standstill by, put that on bottom of the library, yes. I can crack a Standstill by casting Replenish, returning like 2 or 3 Standstills to play, and then deck my opponent that way, which is actually, like, great. Opponent has a tiny number of cards left in the deck that matter, that would have cast any if they drew it before now. Yeah, I mean, I've controlled the last, like, 7 of their top decks. I've bought them 2 cards on, like, however many was this, 5 activations now. What is that? That's 8 different, so that's 4 activations, yeah. So I've controlled their last 4 draws, or now 5 draws. Put that on bottom of the library. No, they can keep that card. That card does literally nothing right now. Alright, so we got this game, I think. So we're gonna get a win here. I don't need the extra Leyline Sanctity, so that's gonna go away. They could absolutely scoop now if they wanted to. What do we got here? End of their turn. We're gonna use this. Yes. We'll take another Jace Mind Sculptor, why not? Missing the Snapcaster Smith. That's the one awkward thing about the Search for Azcanta, is like when you just when you have to just like miss that, like your Snapcaster Mages and Wastelands, sometimes it's like really crap. At this point they can't buy a turn with Volcanic Fallout. I don't know if that was actually one of the cards I bought him either. Yay, we got a win! Thank you, Lawrence, for reminding me to play slow and think about my turns. Yeah, that Black Feist was really bad too, because like every game we were on a mulligan, so Black Feist dealt us 2 damage the 3 times they saw it, or whatever. So Black Feist did not work out for our opponent like they were probably hoping. They were probably hoping to just go turn 1 Black Feist, on your upkeep you take 3 because you have 7 cards in hand. All 3 games we kept 5, 6, 5, I think. So all 3 games, the moment we played a land, we didn't, we weren't taking damage from that. So the Black Feist was real bad. I think it's kind of neat tech for them. Like, at turn 1, it can be like, a 4 damage or a 3 damage bolt or whatever, but on turn 2, it's like 2 damage. Like, 1 damage, 1 mana, you can possibly get up to like 6 damage, but it's just real bad. It just feels real bad to me. All right, so we're going to round number 4. We're gonna try and get some wins. Oh, Jack, you are a creep. Apparently, Jack Chambers, one of my fellow coworkers, was watching my stream or is watching my stream. He's got a picture saying, "Who's this cutie?" from him. That's a picture of his computer monitor with my face on it. Oh, Jack, I miss you. I hope you're enjoying being a man. Alright, so I lost another die roll. So we won 2 die rolls tonight, though. That's more than we usually win when I stream. This hand's super loose, I think. Yeah, this is a mulligan for sure. This is actually really worse. This one's... I'm going to keep. This one's okay. I think Tundra's fine. We definitely want more mana. We have Brainstorm to hopefully fill up with some spells. I would have loved if that was like a fetch land over that, because then I could just leave on an island and fetch, but it's okay. Alright, we got a probe here, so this could be a little rough. Let's see. Opponent's probing us. Got a good feeling we're playing against some type of burn deck, but Landgren. Oh no. We're playing against Belcher or Spanish Inquisition, both of which we have nothing good in our hand for. Yeah, Taiga is definitely Belcher. Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna have 6 because I can't do anything in response anyway. Yeah, we're definitely our opponent's gonna belch on us. Let's look at the chat and see what they're doing. Alright, so they're... Oh, they got empty, okay. So I mean, we have Supreme Verdict if we're not just dead, which we are. Let me think. Is there a random card in my deck that could save me here? I don't think there is. We're just going to brainstorm here. Hey, look, there's a forest. Cool. Alright, Colonnade super slow. That's going to go back. We're going to need to have the Supreme Verdict. We'll put... I'm going to put Tundra back. I'm going to take a draw step and then play... Yeah, so I'm going to take that as a draw step, play land and fetch. Should have sleeved up Terminus. Yeah, Terminus would be a little better here. We're not going to keep going, though, because we're clearly dead to this. There's no reason to keep in this game. Alright. So Belcher. Lustre Storms are going to come in. Leylines are going to come in. Moat and Supreme Verdict are going to come in. Aura Silence is going to come in. Aura Silence is probably not great. So it's actually going to go out. Porphyry Nose is bad. Source Splashers doesn't seem great. Like, it might turn out that they end up just having, like... What's it called? That's a stupid card. Xanadu Swarm, in which case the Source Splashers would probably be fine. That Xanadu Swarm might just be in trouble anyway. I dropped Replenishes. I am actually going to go back to a Aura of Silence. If for whatever reason we can hold them off and put an Aura of Silence to play, it shuts down pretty much all their artifact mana. It also slows down their Belcher a lot and can blow up a Belcher if they don't have the mana to activate the turn they cast. We will absolutely play first. I'm gonna keep this because it starts with Leyline, so Belcher's not an option, and we have Pluto Delta Brainstorm, so we can hopefully... if you want to see the deck list, actually I did have a couple of updates to the deck list since I last posted. So if you want to see the deck list, just type the exclamation point and type deck list. And MTGBot will bring up the deck list for you. I can't picture that I have other effects on our turn, so we're just going to pass turn here. Yeah, this hand's not amazing, but it's definitely like... There's not going to be a 6 or a 5, particularly. Maybe with a force. There's not particularly going to be a 6 or a 5 otherwise. That's better than this. Like, the Leyline, like, doesn't shut down probes. They can target themselves, which is awkward for them, but... I think this is going to be fine. Like, I'm just hoping, like, the Brainstorm can actually draw something relevant. Good old get probe, target myself. Chrome Box I'm fine with. There are very few cards I would actually counter in this situation. That's one of them. Of course! Effing Sand Swarm! Exactly I said that I might have left in some number of source plowshares for. Alright, yeah, so Xanad Swarm, there's nothing we can do about that. This Elixir of Immortality is going to go away. It's really crappy. One of these islands can go away as well. We're going to have drawn that anyway, so it's not really that relevant. Had to be Xanad Swarm, though. Son of a biscuit. Alright, it's going to go to Tundra here. Really wishing I left in at least some number of source plowshares. I mean, at the very least, we're still on the they have to empty us plan, and we have now 2 moats and 2 Supreme Verdicts, and we're already 2 lands, so we have enough time to play a 3rd land. We might take 12, and then play a 4th land, play a moat or a Supreme Verdict. We do have to find the moat or Supreme Verdict, so there is that. But at the very least, like here, they had 2 Xanad Swarms in hand. Like, there's a decent chance they don't have the ability to kill us here. It is unfortunate that we're not going to be able to, yeah, just attacking with that for like no good reason really doesn't matter. I'm going to play Orb of Silence up here. So this will shut down like pretty much all their artifact mana, make it cost 2 mana, which Chrome Mox alone won't be enough to pay for. It'll be real awkward, and they have to like, well, Chrome Mox can't cast a Rite of Flame anyway. But yeah. So like this Orb of Silence helps. Yeah, Jace Bounce Swarm Kill Mox is probably fine. Just my only concern for that, if they do end up going like empty, like we have absolutely 0. I would love to have like another, like I'd love to have 5 land to do that, but at the same time, like we can't respond on their turn anyways with that, so I think that's right, we're just going to do that. It's bad if they have Elvish Spirit. Yeah. I think we keep the Aura Silence in play, honestly. If they spend all of next turn casting a Xanad Swarm, we will just bounce it again. Then we can help up like counter magic and stuff. Zero the Jace. I don't know. I'm not particularly excited about this. How'd they end up with 8 cards? Oh yeah, I bounced the Xanad Swarm. They had 7. That makes perfect sense. Probe, target themselves. Such value. I'm about to draw like a Brainstorm or some type of counter magic or removal. I'd love to kill the Xanad Swarm right now. I do not want to have to keep bouncing it. I also don't want to get rid of my Aura Silence blowing up Chrome Mox. They discarded a Xanad Swarm. So they're drawing like mono Xanad Swarm basically. You don't bounce when you... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alright, so we're going to put Leyline back, put the other Jace back. I really need to answer the Xanad Swarm to keep my counter magic live. It's really unfortunate. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I absolutely need to find my answer for Empty the Warren, because that's really the only card that kills us here. There's Land Grant. I can't really pierce anything else, so I'm going to keep them from fighting their Taiga, and we're going to check and see what their hand looks like. Alright, so they don't have the ability for red mana right now, so Spell Piercing this Land Grant's actually... I guess they have Elvish Spirit Guide they really wanted to cast. They could have done that, but... They could have tapped Elvish Spirit Guide to pay for the Spell Pierce, but... They just said darn it about that. That sucks for them. You would Brainstorm, Snap, Brainstorm? I was actually considering that. The awkward thing is this Elixir of Immortality is actually a shuffle effect, so... Apparently our opponent's not particularly pleased that we were able to counter their Land Grant. There's a Strand, sweet. Alright, Flood Strand, Jace, Brainstorm. Oh my god, this is miserable. Elixir's just bad. That's going back. That's going to get shuffled. Go combat. See if they actually block. Yeah. They actually haven't seen our hand. We have ley lines, so they haven't been able to probe us. Alright, in response to this attack, I'm gonna snap Brainstorm again. Because I just fetched. So, I'm gonna snap Brainstorm again. This doesn't particularly do anything, but I'm not gonna have a chance to do this at the end of their turn, so get this Snapcaster Mage in now and increase my clock a little bit. Just a bunch of land. So let's play Jace for all of the Troll say the F out of Modern. Yeah. Yeah, they probe themselves because we have the ley line. Bounce, swarm with Chase and probe on the way back down. That would be the feel bads, wouldn't it? But it actually isn't a terrible plan right now. It doesn't feel like it. What did we know was in their hand again? We saw this in their hand. Have they discarded any of that? No. Okay. I just add 2 Storm. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that as the line, for sure. What are they doing? They exiled Spirit Guide and use this to cast Lotus Petal. I mean, I can't cast spells in response, so I'm actually fine with that. Okay. So this... Jesus. Alright. I'm gonna Jace bounce that. They just wanted a red source in play? That makes sense. I mean, I can always Aura of Silence away the Lotus Petal. There's no problem on that at all. We can hardcast Force, that is accurate. Alright, when we got double Force, we can hardcast and Force pitch Jace, and we have Spell Pierce up, so I think we're pretty good. Having to Jace bounce a Sanid Swarm so you can force it on the way back down is probably one of the moments in Magic I am least proud of at the moment. When I was last playing this deck, I boarded an Aura of Silence against this deck, and I actually like holding their Law of Eternity and then dropping an Aura of Silence actually is super relevant against this deck generally. I've been very impressed, I'm not gonna lie. They can have that Lotus Petal. If they're gonna try and storm off, I'm gonna counter their very first ritual probably. Tinderwall. Ugh. They have 0 mana in pool. What was in their hand again? Yeah. I think we just counter the first ritual they try and cast. Like, they have 0 mana in pool. They're not going any further than this, so I'm actually fine with that. Well, this is fine here. Yeah. Like, if they hit this ritual and then they have, like, a Spirit Guide of some sort, which, I don't know, do we have perfect information? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, never mind, we have perfect information. I was going to say, if they have, like, a Spirit Guide and empty or something, I don't think they actually even have anything that's relevant, right? Yeah, they have nothing relevant in hand right now. This is their hand. So, like, we probably didn't even need to counter that because Belcher does nothing. I played land before. I used Jace's ability. I'm great like that. It's Pierce and Chill, yeah. Okay. I want, like, all these cards. So we're going to have to draw a card next turn, so I'm going to put the Flutter on top so we draw that. I'm just going to cast a Standstill here. And then go to combat. I think we're looking pretty good after that. Pearson Chill, oh bro, never mind. Yeah, I did the thing I usually do. I accidentally played Tundra before I brainstormed, so I ended up just putting Floodstrand back on top. Actually, Lawrence, you weren't really in chat, but the last game against, I just got hurt against Brent again. In that last game, I actually played it really well. I made sure to Jace bottom every card that's supposed to be bottomed and all that. You would have been proud. I don't think I made a single mistake that last game. Hold those last 2 lands, by the way. Like, hold the Tundra, hold the Floodstrand? Like, just not cast lands in general? I have Flusterstorm hand, which is why I'm letting most of those happen. Like, if they try to play like Belcher Pod, I'm not even gonna bother forcing it. I'm kind of tempted to force this one, though. Like, I'm gonna force the Burning Wish when they cast that. Like, they can play Belcher here. They can't. They can't even play Belcher, actually, because I have Aura Silence. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we're now split a game. Oh. Hardcast Jesus. I had that up, didn't I? It didn't really matter. We had that game won. Like, they needed to resolve the Burning Wish for that, anything to be relevant there. Let's see. I don't think... Kind of want some number of Source Plowshares now. Just 2. I don't think Elixir of Immortality does anything, so that can get cut easily. And a search for Azcanta is probably not great, right? Yeah, I like that. I should just pull out my actual deck, lay the cards out lay all the cards out, and use them. All right, so this I have Leyline, Force Pitch, Flusterstorm if I have to, and then I have Moat. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep this hand. I've got 3 lands, Moat, Force, Flusterstorm. Like, I'm not sure how much better I could do. I'm not just dead to a Belcher. I have an answer for Empty if it takes like several turns for them to get one on board. So bring in 2 to 3 plow. Yeah, I brought in the 2 plow. I left out the last one. I don't think I care about LED. They're on LED and they go for a Brainstorm. Like, I'm probably just gonna crack. I'm just gonna counter the Brainstorm at that point. Desperate Ritual. I have no other mana. So I exile 2 guides. That can be fine. Seething Song. I think I have to counter that, right? Yeah, I'm gonna force the Seething Song. Yeah, that was exactly my thought. There's a little bit of a chat delay in case anyone in chat is not aware. But yeah, definitely. Once that Seething Song resolves, that puts them in like the Empty the Warrens plan, and Moat's not going to be fast enough for that. Like, obviously our hand is like super sketch and unfortunate at this point, but yeah. All right, we got a fetch lane, we got a Brainstorm. Awesome. And I'm not going to Brainstorm before I fetch. Yeah, if they had a bunch of goblins, that would just be horrible. Lotus Petal's fine. So this is their second spell this turn. Land Grant. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to Brainstorm, like, if I have to. Or I was thinking end of turn, but I think I just hold it regardless. Their next turn, I'm tempted to Wasteland, but I don't. That's clearly not correct, because, like, with Leyline of Sanctity and Moat in play, I probably can't lose, like, any of their plans. I do need to be careful for if they have Reverent Silence, though. That's definitely something to consider. They cast Burning Wish, they have 4 Storm, that card. This is probably going to get Reverent Silence. So I feel like I need to try and find something. Oh, their hand has like no cards in it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so even if they go get Reverend Silence, like, we're not dead here anyway. I see what you're saying. Revealed card zone. Oh, is this their hand right now? That's in play. So they have one card in hand, and it looks like it is empty. And they can't cast empty currently because they don't have the mana and they have Burning Wish on the stack. So they have empty in hand right now. That's right, because I cast Landgren. Okay. Sorry, I'm really bad with MTGO. I'm trying to learn, but it's been tough. I'll pull this up for them, so that way I keep track. I don't think I jammed the moat here. I can just wait on it. I am going to just go ahead and wasteland this Taiga. It's going to mean they can't ever cast this Reverent Silence, makes you even more dead. I don't like moat leyline should be good enough. There's obviously a potential chance they might have boarded in some number of, like, another duel, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, and here we're just like, I'm going to have Snap Brainstorm up. I have Counterspell, and I have a fetch land if I Snap Brainstorm, so we're looking pretty good right now. So we know they have the Reverent Silence in hand. So at this point, basically, if I just resolve a moat and keep a counterspell for Reverent Silence, I just win, I think. Enlightened Tutor can also help with that. I think at the end of their turn, I'm going to Snap Brainstorm. Mostly just because I want to get something into play. Like, I want to just close this game out. I don't want to give them too much time. Like, it's not particularly relevant the time they have. But I definitely want to start getting some pressure on board. And, like, that's, like, nut. I like that. That seems good. I don't think I need this Enlightened Tutor. I want to keep a counterspell in hand, so it's going to be fine. We're going to fetch here. Don't want that Enlightened Tutor particularly. We're going to resolve Jace here. We're going to get Tundra. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. And once we get to untap, like, we can drop a standstill and play, and then I think from there, this is just basically like child's play. We're just, like, this game's basically over at this point. Cool. Wait. Wow, it's up. I didn't play a land. This turn? Oh, no, I know. I haven't chased yet, though, so... Oh, this turn? Wait, have I played a land? Yeah, I played a land. I don't... Did I miss something for a previous turn, or... I'm so confused. The chat delay is like crazy. You left shields down last turn. Did I not play land last turn? I thought I went fetch land Jace. And then went fetch land standstill. I think it's just because there's a turn behind right now from where you are. I'm not 100%. What's going on? The turn I played Jace. I played fetchland Jace and had fetchland up, I believe. But I'd have to look at the video at this point because I honestly don't remember. The turn I played Jace, shields were down. I had Leyline in play. They had no way to cast Revelant Silence to get my Leyline and put a and get me with Belcher. And then I don't know. Yeah, I mean, regardless we're winning, but it's definitely I'll definitely play very close attention to that. I'm trying to pay more attention and take my time a little bit more. Like I still want to play a little fast. I still like to play fast, but I'm definitely trying to take my time a little more and think through my options. Like I think we're at 10, like just Jace storming right now I think is fine, but land. They need a forest to cast silence for free. It requires them to control a forest and their opponent to be able to gain. They have to let their opponent gain 6 life. So at the moment they can't cast silence, which is why I wastelanded them rather than play a Jace that previous turn. Fetch, by the way, yeah, I made sure to fetch. When my Jace revealed like Krakus double Jace, I was like, I'll put a Jace Krakus back in fetch because I don't want those 2 cards on top. So I'd say I'm doing a little better, you know. I'm playing a little slower, playing a little better, and we're starting to win. I mean, granted, we're in like the 04 bracket or whatever. Keep redrawing the same cards. Yeah, for the first couple turns I did. I don't care about Rite of Flame. I will care about other cards though. If they have Spirit Guide, they can get me with this. We wasted their Taiga. Yes, we wasted their Taiga. Yeah, the Death Ritual's fine. As long as they don't have Spirit Guide, they can't just empty me here. So the next ritual they play gets countered. Yeah, so this one's getting countered. Yeah, streaming's not easy. And I'm not particularly smart either, so there is that as well. Alright, we have a ton of cards. Gonna have to play out some stuff here. I think I'm gonna skip playing Stencil this turn. I'm gonna definitely plop an Aura of Silence into play. I might even just crack it on their LED just to, show them who's boss. I think that's just a jerk move, so I probably won't do that, but... Alright. I activated Jace the Mind Sculptor. My opponent has not done anything in response. Okay. Alright. Jace Conclave. I'm going to put Jace Tundra back. Actually, keeping Jace is probably better as another pitch to force, but we only have 1 force in hand anyway. And Conclave doesn't play tap, so that sucks. Yeah, that was a mistake. So I'm still making mistakes. That's fine. Alright. Play Aura of Silence here. Crack the fetch. Get the Tundra. Go to combat. Okay. So I don't particularly want to have to discard. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. I'm probably just going to cast a Snapcaster Mage. I kind of want to snap. I can discard 2 swords, I think. Like, I have snap swords, so that's not a big deal. I'll just discard those. Oh, hello. Go. Okay. I don't need the 2 stead still, so I'm going to discard one of those as well. This way we have, like, snap counter magic, plus, like, force. Okay, we won that. Awesome. Alright. So we beat Burn, beat Belcher, lost to Burn, lost to Check Pile. Check Pile is a train wreck. The video will be up. I post unedited videos to my YouTube channel, which is just my same as my Twitter username, at Aaron Gazaniga, as you can see on the bottom of my the overlay. So if you're ever interested in looking back at some of the streams I've done, they'll be there. There's plenty of punts to be had and plenty of fun to be had as a result. There's actually a really neat drinking game. For every time I punt, you take a shot. Only the bravest of the brave and the strongest of the strong should try that drinking game, though. Because if you take a shot every time I punt... Wait, what the hell? Is this JD and Clarence? The Quiet Fish is JD and Clarence, right? This hand's okay. Nope, need another land, though. Damn it. Ugh. Playing for my money back? I think I need to look at this time. I'm so excited. I get to play against JD and Clarence. I'm going to get my butt handed to me. Yeah, this is JD compares. JD is a much better player than I am, so I'm pretty screwed here. If I keep like this one land double braid, so I feel like I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna have to log in this being on the draw. A bunch of non-basics is a little sketch. I force brainstorm. This is rough. I'm gonna try this. I'll put the island on top because I need some good. Yeah, yeah, she's on rogue. It looks like. So I'm pretty screwed. I don't think I need to force those Nimble Mongoose. I have answers to it main board between like Perfect Nodes and whatnot. I have like Moat, so I think it's fine. Prepares body to lose. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to lose. I don't think I'm gonna beat Jadine. I am gonna wasteland this trap though. I mean, when they do it on the play, I'm less. I don't. Is it worth it to try and force pitch a card when your hand looks like similar to this? If they could just possibly daze your force though, like, because if you like 2-for-1 yourself and they just daze it, that seems really bad on the draw. Like maybe it's fine, but all right. So I said I'm sorry to get punished in response to the me wastelanding her tropical island. And the response was so greedy. So I'm assuming there's not going to be another land drop here, but I could be wrong. Okay, there's another land drop here. I was hoping, but Ponder is fine. This fairy conclave is real bad right now, I feel. Alright. So I'm just gonna play this island. So I'm gonna try and like hold up a force with like days so I can like pay days if I have to. Search for Azcanta I feel like will be pretty good here, but we'll see. Looks like we dead. Yeah, we might be dead. Like, Jadine has 3 cards in the graveyard. It's like Mongoose is still a few moments away from flipping. Forest pitch. I feel like Standstill's gonna be real bad in this match, so like I want Standstill real bad, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty rough when there's a Nimble Mongoose in play. No blocks. And I'm going to end set brainstorm. See what we can find. Alright, so I'm not shuffling. So I'll put back Conclave, Tundra, so we have all the blue cards in hand. We'll draw Tundra, play that. And I'll drop like a. I'm gonna try and play Search for Azcanta, see if we can resolve that. If we can, we might be okay. Or like past this, like we'll have another blue land. We'll be able to like cast, counter some of their spells and whatnot. I'm not particularly excited for this, but it's gonna be like the closest. Like Search, I think is the closest we're gonna get to digging and making sure we get there. Dual deck Standstill versus onboard Mongoose. Dual deck Standstill versus onboard Mongoose. That seems like an awesome dual decks. I'd buy that. Yeah, I definitely think pitching the Standstill is perfectly good. But if I could find a Porphyry Nodes, like I'd be fine just dropping Porphyry Nodes and playing a Standstill. But obviously that's not going to be the case here. All right, so we're gonna start taking 3 a turn. It's gonna be a little beat. I'm searching for something. Yeah. Alright. Okay. I am going to put Fairy Conclave into my graveyard because I don't think it does enough for us. Drew a Flooded Strand, which is pretty good. Awkward moment where I feel like I have to Flooded Strand now because I don't want to get stifled. I'm going to try it though. We're supposed to have Conclave in hand. Conclave? I guess like it blocked the Delver, but I'm not excited for it. I actually pitched it. Conclave just feels like it's gonna come into play tapped. It's not gonna. It may not do anything, but just get wastelanded. I don't know if I and like just like Bolt's so bad, and I don't know. Fetch now, please. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Put Tundra into my graveyard. That's a yes. Yeah, I'm gonna transform this. Play Island. Okay. Think our out is Verdict. Yeah, Verdict's pretty close. And now I'm thinking about it, I didn't get another white source, so Verdict's not even an out at the moment. We have one Verdict main, one Verdict side. And then we have like one moat main, one moat side. Okay. Stable Mongoose is pretty good. I'm gonna try and activate the search for Ascanta. We need Tundra. Yeah, we did need on. We need a Tundra. Moat's not terrible. I'll take Brainstorm here. I can Brainstorm now. We're dropping a Planescape, which is unfortunate. I think I'm gonna take the moat. Shuts on everything but Delver in its tracks, so. Oh, Swords is bad. You hope she wastes the search. Rather than Tundra, that'd be nice. I probably should have taken the Brainstorm rather than the moat. Alright. I need something. Yeah, this one was poorly played as well. Definitely should have just countered the Mongoose. Should have taken the chance that there was like a Daze or something. So like Porphyry Nose isn't enough right now. Bolt. Oh, and I can't force because I don't have mana. Alright, Council's Judgment's coming in. Porphyry Node seems pretty good. Flusterstorm, cheap interaction on the stack seems fine. Verdict seems okay. Moat seems alright. Elixir's bad. Porphyry Node probably isn't great, honestly. I'm gonna drop 2 Replenish. Drop a Search. Seems like it's gonna just be awkward. I'll drop a Standstill. I don't know. I like the 2 Verdicts. I think I keep Moat just because Moat's still pretty relevant. I can answer Delver no problem, but like answering like Goyf and Mongoose are a little more. Like Mongoose is really hard, then Goyf can be just a beater. They bring in Hooting Mandrills, Moat will also stop that. True Name is something that Moat will also stop. You would cut Moat regardless. Okay, I can cut Moat. Do you think you keep in Search for Ascanter or Standstill, or I kind of like a 1 of Moat at least. You just overload on removal. Yeah, I mean I have all my removal in here now, so yeah, Moat doesn't particularly accomplish much, but yeah, we have all our removal, so we're going to try this. I'm going to play first. It's a little slow, but got stuff to do. So we're going to try it. It's not perfect, but we're going to definitely try it. There's probably no reason to lead on Fetch in hindsight. Probably should have led on Island so I could like turn to a counterspell without having to worry about Stifle. Could obviously play around the Stifle. Like if this Fetch gets cracked, I'm probably just going to Fetch, but yeah, that Fetch not getting cracked is definitely leading me to believe that there is a Stifle on the other side of the board. We're a deck that likes to just play lands and pass, so I think we're fine with playing this game for a couple turns. Yeah, she definitely would have TMN. I definitely agree. Delver of Secrets. So if we fetch to counterspell that, our fetch just gets stifled, so we're not going to be able to get away with that. If there's no stifles and we're not fetching, then we're just playing into it, but I think that there's going to be stifles, so I don't think we fetch there. Another Wasteland. Yeah, so here we're just going to Wasteland. Does the Delver flip? Let's see. Are there revealed cards? No. Jadine chose not to reveal, so Jadine could not flip the Delver there. Alright, double fetch means that they can outfetch me if I try to fetch outside of Stifle. I probably should just fetch that first turn for sure. Okay. That's my island. Alright, we have Porphyry nodes. So we will hopefully be able to find a white source so we can cast that. I think I'm going to jam a search here. I want to force them to make some type of move. I probably don't flip the search for Azcanta because Wasteland is would definitely be a little awkward. I would fetch in response to that. I just see like almost no point. Probably gonna get Spell Pierce though. Oh, it's gonna be like a float mana, daze it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fetch now. They're gonna. Jadine's definitely gonna fetch because there's no way Jadine does all this without having a Stifle in hand. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, nope. I'll not be paying for days. You got it. Yeah. It's possible I should just fetch turn 1 planes and just not worried about having counterspell up. Ponder revealed. Yeah, Daze Stifle time was like super obvious, but I wanted to try and at least get the search off. Hoping I can get away with this fetch land, but we'll see what happens. So I need to resolve this Porphyry nodes. Okay, what do we got here? Falktrop, Goyf. Okay, well we have a moat, so Goyf's not a huge deal. Alright, Delta. I'm gonna Brainstorm first just because of that. Okay, Verdict's like really good. That's fine. I think I want the Wasteland. I think the island can definitely go away. I think I want the Wasteland. I have to get the fetches going. Try and get her to stifle the Delta. Yeah. Oh, I can't get... that's gross. Alright. Let's get this Porphyry nodes down. Yeah, it's possible I should have just waited until I had 2 Deltas in play, if that's what you're referring to. I mean, I think what I should have done is let on Island and played Island so I'd have Counterspell up. That was clearly the correct play. Like, this Wasteland's going to hurt now. Yeah, that sucks. We're going to need our second white source now. For this moat in hand. And our Screen Verdict in hand. Floodstrand's definitely going to get planes, and then we can any white source we top deck, we can just Supreme Verdict away the board. MTG-Bot's a little slow with my match leagues tonight, apparently. That was last round. Look at that. Alright. So we got a 4/5 Tarmogoyf here. There's quite a bit of chat delay for sure. We're in trouble. That's a lot of creatures. Okay. I mean, the Delver's gonna be a thing we probably definitely can't answer. Ooh, Standstill. Sweet. I think are we just dead here, right? Like, yeah, we're just dead. Can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's 8 power. We're down to 6 already. Yeah, definitely. Playing that fetch land that meant we got stifled real easily was definitely a mistake. Should have just let on islands because our turn was just counterspell the first couple turns. Kind of figured it was going to be a war over mana. Should have known that when I played that fetch land because, or actually just fetch turn 1. That was unfortunate. So, ended up going 2-3. Couldn't get our money back. That's tough, but it is what it is. So, I mean, honestly, the deck feels fine. I think we're just bad. Yeah, brainstorm before playing the land, so I could just play Flooded Strand rather than play Pluto Delta. And then I could fetch a Plains, and then next turn I fetch Tundra and play Moat, and possibly don't die there. Yeah, that's definitely correct, Lawrence. The moment I brainstormed and saw Flooded Strand, I was like, crap, that was so stupid. Yeah, I could just let the days hit me and then just let the mana fizzle for the Stifle, and then possibly fetch in response. Definitely could have played that a lot better. Definitely learning a lot. Definitely getting more used to MTGO these days. I'm still like doing a lot of stupid stuff on MTGO, but honestly, doing things in paper is much easier for me. But MTGO has been rough for me so far. I'm missing a lot of attacks, missing some blocks as a result. Not being used to the program and playing a little fast. Once we start slowing down after Lawrence said something a couple times, yeah, Verdict, that's true. Yeah, Moat doesn't do as much as... Moat's very sketchy there. Verdict definitely clears the board. Yeah, that's fair, Lawrence. Yeah. Yeah, so Lawrence is my trusty co-pilot in the chat. Lawrence coming from work, tuning in, checking it out. After lunch, reminded me to play slow a couple times. I was able to make a lot less misplays on the first two... on the last two games that I won. Yeah, Moto's kind of a pain. The problem is I gotta practice way more. Like I barely play Moto. I barely play blue decks on Moto more specifically. So all those games where I was just like, okay, pass until next turn is just something I'm used to doing. I'm not used to having counterspell up or force up. So like when I passed until my next turn and got Jace Maelstrom Pulse without being able to respond with the counterspell in my hand. That's just fact of just not playing blue decks enough on MTGO. I gotta start picking up I gotta pick up my own set of Force of Wills, stuff like that, so that I can practice more often when I'm not streaming. So as you can tell by the overlay I have, we are here at Hipsters of the Coast. We are partnered with Card Hoarder, so we have a borrowed account with them that we get access to some number of cards every as often as we can place orders, and that means that although I can gain access to pretty much any deck on MTGO, within reason, obviously, I can't I can't like build anything that's over some amount of ticks. But as a result of the partnership with Card Hoarder, I am able to build most any deck I would like. But I don't own stuff like Forest. I don't own stuff like Jason Mind Sculptor and whatnot. So getting practice with these cards is a little tougher because in between streams, I've got to return cards to make sure other writers for Hipsters of the Coast have the cards. So it's been a little brutal not getting used to having all the responses, not just being able to pass. So it's been kind of tough, but yeah, I'm still gonna learn. I'm still gonna keep practicing this deck at MTGO. I'll probably stream this deck once a week. I'm thinking making Thursday nights just the night I stream this deck. Sunday nights will probably just be like a fun night. Like I'll stream some type of brew or some old deck, or even like if someone wants to see me stream something top tier, I'll probably try that. Something that to look out for soon on my stream is if you like Vintage, I'm playing around with Survival of the Fittest. Naturally, Survival's not as popular as it could be, mostly because Oath is just much better and more relevant. Just basically tutoring for a creature in your deck is much more powerful than, and putting it directly into play is much more powerful than having to, tutor up creatures by discarding them. But I'm playing around Bug Survival right now. I've got a couple deck lists in the works, and that may come up on stream soon. I might even just play Bug Standstill in Vintage soon. So got a lot of good stuff coming up the stream. I'm gonna try and start posting more ahead of time. I'm gonna try and get a calendar up online so that way I can write down what I have planned so people can expect it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to hit me up on Twitter or on, don't hit me up on Facebook, actually. Facebook is my personal thing. Twitter is my public and social thing. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. It's at Aaron Gazaniga. It's in the bottom of the overlay. It's the same as my Twitch username. But yeah, had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and see you soon. I'll be streaming on Sunday, probably at 7 p.m. I'm gonna try and make my streams a little bit earlier. Streaming at 8 p.m. has been a little rough. I haven't been sleeping well, so we're going to start trying to stream at 7 p.m. on Sundays, 8 p.m. on Thursdays. So check me out on Sunday. What do I have planned here? Let me double check my calendar real quick for y'all. Get a little spoiler out there. I have Charlotte's Pox planned for Sunday, so that should be a lot of fun. So it's basically Pox. You got Charlotte's Agent, you got Ancestral, Sinkholes, Liliana, Smallpoxes. Not a whole lot better when your Charlotte's Agent's on the stack and you cast a Smallpox. It's a lot of fun. It's a pretty sweet card advantage, so yeah, look for that on Sunday at 7 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you, Card Hoarder, for partnering with Hipsters of the Coast and helping us provide this content for our viewers. And have a good night, everyone.